What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Fantasy Endgame, getting you ready for Week 6. Always preparing you to win in fantasy. That's what we're here for. So we're going to break down what is going on ahead of tomorrow night's Thursday night game between the Eagles and the Giants. Tomorrow night's game. So, it's still weird. We just finished 1 week and we're already getting to the next one. This week, I feel like it's just flown by for some reason. Like we're just heading towards the middle of the season as well. Right? Is it just me or is it flying by?
It always does. It always does. It's like, man, like we're almost at the halfway point already. Slow down.
I know. It's like you want time to catch your breath and digest everything that's happening. Nope, just keeps going on. So we go on near full slate in Week 6. 2 teams will be on bye, but we're gonna have a lot of action. 2 Monday night games again, a Europe game again. The weird schedule just continues, but I guess that's the new normal, right? We're just gonna have to get used to it. Still not a fan. But anyways, what can we do? So speaking of the Thursday night game, no Malik Neighbors for the Giants. Looks like no Darius Slayton. He's been ruled out. Barkley was limited, but it sounds like he'll be okay to go. I think the question here is, do the Eagles just basically curb stomp the Giants? And are we going to see finally a huge Saquon game? Maybe a somewhat big AJB game? Are they actually going to show up after last week's loss?
I mean, you would think so, right? You would think so, but I'm not sure this Eagles can really destroy anybody right now. So we'll see. I'm sure we'll talk more about that tomorrow.
Yeah, is this just complacency? I don't know. We'll see what goes on. I guess it's easy to just kind of ease into the season after you just won it all, and maybe you think that's what it is, a little laissez-faire. All right. So. Now, as far as the injury report goes, it's too soon. It's Wednesday, but you have some notable players who are not practicing. I couldn't help but notice none of those 49ers are out there. Brock Purdy, Juwan Jennings, Ricky Pearsall. You'd think they'd be on the way back. And yet nobody was on the field, none of those guys today. And with George Kittle, I saw they said that there's a chance he plays next week. We're not even guaranteeing Week 7 for Kittle. What? Honestly, I'm not even going to ask what's going on here. But, what? Do you feel like any of these guys are going to play at all this week in San Francisco?
Man, I sure hope so. I mean, you might want to add Kendrick Bourne if he's out there and Jake Tonjes if he's out there, just in case. I hope at least one of them plays. Come on.
I really think we wouldn't have to think about Kendrick Bourne and Jake Tonjes. Apparently we do. Well, definitely Tonjes. Kittle's not coming back yet, but that worries me. They're sounding iffy already for next week. That's not encouraging. So look, I have some people asking, do I trade for George Kittle? And now I'm like, I don't think so. I'm going to have to wait at least another week or two. You don't want to trade for a guy that is going to be out at least a couple more weeks, unless it's maybe CeeDee Lamb. Okay, fine. But yeah, it's sounding iffy. But it's just Wednesday, right? They just started practicing. So as always, we will not panic. We'll wait and see exactly how the week proceeds. All right. And then I feel like we already broke down the Flacco situation sufficiently yesterday. I don't think we need to talk about that much more, do we?
No, I don't think so.
Too much airtime?
Too much airtime for Joe Flacco.
I can't wait to see the questions and the reactions. So we had some yesterday, but a lot of people didn't even know yet. They're like, what? Joe Flacco? I think everyone knows now. So I'm curious to see the questions that we're going to get for the Bengals. All right. Anything else I'm missing for today? That's not a big news day, was it?
Kyler Murray. Apparently that foot injury might be serious. Not practicing. Might be Jacoby Brissett time.
Jacoby Brissett. All right. Maybe slightly more accurate than Kyler Murray. Definitely not good for the offense. So Kyler Murray, we're going to have to keep an eye on. Anybody else? I think that's kind of it. Again, it's only Wednesday. But
right. Terry's still not practicing. Chuba's still not practicing. We'll see about those guys.
Yeah. I'm not too optimistic about Terry. Remember, it's quad issue, but he saw a core muscle specialist and getting like second opinions, that's not encouraging. So the fact that he's not out there at all so far today definitely doesn't make me feel great. But remember, they do play, I think, Commanders Bears, that's like the last game of the week, right? So we
Right. So yeah, that's true.
All right, a little extra time, but we'll see. All right. Well, we do have questions to get to, and I'm gonna do my usual spiel here. So everyone here who's a regular viewer, you already know. But if you're a new viewer, welcome. First of all, thank you to everyone who's been a new viewer. If you're a new user, perhaps to Underdog, well, this is the time to sign on. Maybe you haven't heard of it. Maybe you haven't tried it. Maybe you've been thinking about it. Maybe you should just sign up and get an account because you get all sorts of free stuff. First of all, a free pick here. It's Jalen Hurts just getting a yard, right? That's a gimme. Take the higher. Jalen Hurts is your free pick for new customers. And if you're signing up for the very first time and you use code NGAME, not only do you get the free pick, you also get up to $1,000 of bonus cash for your first deposit. They'll match half of it. So bonus cash plus even more bonus cash in the form of $100 right in your account just for playing $5. So you basically take that free pick, add it to any other pick, and as long as you play at least $5, whether you win that pick or not, you get $100 of extra bonus cash in your account. So, I'm going to say it, but it's still true. This is probably the best time to sign up for Underdog if you haven't yet. And of course, I cannot neglect the fact that it is Boostober, because in October, the entire month, they're giving away all sorts of boosts, profit boosts, gimme picks, extra bonuses, all sorts of stuff. I'm not sure. Do we not have a Boostober graphic? I really feel like we need a Boostober graphic. Have they not given us one of those? We want one of those.
I have a Boostober graphic actually. I could have put it up. I'll put it up tomorrow.
Got it. Come on. I live for Boostober. All right. So Boostober is in effect, but also what's in effect is you can use code NGAME for another very useful purpose. It's DraftLane. So a lot of you've been using it. So I'm going to show you again that you can use code NGAME on our app. It's called DraftLane. So if you download DraftLane, it's free on the App Store or the Play Store. You download it and you put code NGAME on promo code section here under the settings wheel, and you apply it, you get 10 free credits. So you can start using it for free after you've downloaded it for free. And it takes exactly 1 minute to do all that because we do not ask for personal information and you don't have to put a credit card and all this, whatever. You download it for free, you sign up, you use it as much as you want, and you can start off with 10 free credits here to ask your questions, just like what you're doing here on the stream. So we got 6 start sit questions already here. So some of these users have used their points. Some of them are returning users. Yeah. What do you think here? Which ones?
Maybe pick the oldest. Maybe pick the oldest one that's been sitting there the longest.
Yeah. All right. So let's just show everybody how this works. 1 in 4 needs a win. Who to start sit? Okay, so we got Jordan Love. That sounds good. H.N. Etienne, St. Brown Diggs. Love that. Ingram, BTJ, Pittman. I mean, that looks pretty good. Is there anybody on the bench you like better?
No. I think he's got a good lineup. I think he or she is good.
AJ Barner, yeah, he did score. Theo Johnson's been scoring. Evan Ingram.
I'm not really benching Evan Ingram for those guys myself.
Yeah, Evan Ingram because of target share, and he's got the Jets. That's a good matchup. Okay, let's see. Daniel Jones, Devonta Smith, BTJ Pittman. No, just keep Devonta Smith on the bench probably. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, well, this lineup is good. Man, this team.
Yeah, I don't know how they're 1 and 4.
Yeah, BTJ is underwhelmed, I guess. And some bad luck. Some underperforming players and some bad luck. But
yeah.
All right. I think I'm going to give some encouragement here. I feel it's warranted. So your lineup is good as it is. You've got a good starting squad. Should pull out a win this week. And I'm not just giving false hope here. I actually believe it. All right. I mean, that's it, right? Nothing else to say.
Yeah, I think that's good.
Okay. We got some others here. I'll try it again. And we'll get to those. Remember, we always get to the DraftLane questions, but we got plenty of our questions lined up here already. Our members and the super chats. By the way, speaking of that, before we get started, a couple of things. We appreciate everyone who does drop a super chat. And so you know how this works. If you've been here before, we answer every super chat and we'll do them in order they're received. And you know what? We're going to do something a little different today, right? We're going to talk about the goal.
Sure, I'll talk about the goal. So we're going to try something new. We're going to set a goal. I don't know how it's going to work because we already have some super chats. So I don't know if those are going to count towards the goal or not. But we're going to set a goal. If we can get 30 super chats in the next hour of any amount, we will answer 10 non-super chat questions. So, we do sometimes, with how busy you are with the super chats, we don't always get to the non-super chat questions. So this is a way, if you want to try to give back, if you're in a position where you can super chat and you want to help out people who cannot super chat, you want to drop that super chat, we're going to set a goal. If we can get 30 super chats in the next hour, any amount, we'll do 10 non-super chats. I'm going to start the goal right now. All right. It should be there. It should be running. So we're at 0 of 30. I feel like that's a little unfair. Don't you feel like?
What? It's at 0 already?
Yeah.
Well, we got an hour. We'll get it. I'm sure we'll get it.
All right.
Being optimistic here. We're going to get it.
All right.
Let's start with the first super chat. And also, keep in mind, we go in order. We're going to get there, but a lot of you guys are dropping your questions like days before we even go on live, like hours. So this is from noon today. Legend. First super chat. Needed to trade for a better running back in a 14-teamer. What would you do? Have Jones, Murray, McCaffrey, Henry, Tracy, Miller. Okay, before I read the rest of this, it says I need a better running back for the bye. I don't like the idea of trading for a bye week, right?
Especially not for a bye week next week.
Yeah.
Like, you don't know what's going to happen this week.
Get McCaffrey and Henry.
Yeah, who's on bye next week? I know the 49ers aren't. Are the Ravens? Oh, the Ravens are on bye next week, so he's not going to have Derrick Henry.
Right. Look, I get you don't want to roll out Tracy and Miller, but there's probably somebody will pop up on the waiver wire, right? Somebody you can stream. I don't know. What do you think though? Could this team use a trade anyways?
I mean, yeah, you only have CMC, Henry, Tracy, Henry, Miller. Those are your running backs. I mean, if Henry was playing like Henry, I'd probably feel better. You got Wilson, Olave, Mooney, Pittman, Isaiah Bond, Rasheed Rice, Kyle Pitts, and Kittle. I mean, I don't know. I mean, honestly, I might feel worse about your wide receivers, but I mean, it's a 14-teamer. Like, yeah, it seems like a pretty solid team, honestly, for a 14-teamer. Like, you got 2 stud running backs, or what should be 2 stud running backs. You got Garrett Wilson, Olave, Pittman. That's solid. Rice coming back next week. I don't know. I think you're okay here. I don't know. I wouldn't be worried about this. I think you're okay.
Yeah, and also I'm looking ahead. Baltimore and Buffalo are on bye. You still got CMC. Like, you just need one running back to plug in. If you have to start like Miller, Tracy, you'll be okay. So don't do it for that reason. I think it'd be all right. Okay, the first actual comment / question was from our members. It's JCR Melts. What is up, as always? Needs 2 receivers in the flex. AJB, QJ Worthy, possibly Chuba, Scattaboo.
All right, 2 wide receivers are going to be, oh, man. You know what? In full PPR, I'm just going to go Worthy, QJ, and AJB. Don't flex AJ Brown, though, because he plays tomorrow. Flex Worthy because he plays on Monday. Yeah, I love Worthy this week. I really like AJ Brown this week. I don't think I can play. I mean, look, if somehow Chuba is like completely off the injury report, like he practices fully tomorrow, practices fully Friday, and he has no injury designation, maybe I'll put him in over QJ because it's such a good matchup. But I doubt that's going to happen. So
doubt that's going to happen. I mean, we don't know about Chuba yet, but you Rico's got to at least get a dozen carries based
I
after
don't
last
know.
week. Yeah, there's no way they could just park him on the bench.
No. I don't think they're gonna park him on the bench. But he was already kind of involved before last week. But we've seen this before. It's like people think like we've seen this with Zach Charbonnet.
Yeah.
I mean, prior to this year, Zach Charbonnet was a great example of this. Kenneth Walker would get hurt. Zach Charbonnet would be awesome. Oh, he's going to get touches when Kenneth Walker comes back, and then he doesn't get touches. Like, if they loved Rico Dowdle would not have needed until week 5 against the Dolphins with Chuba hurt to get all these touches. He would have already been getting touches.
Fair point. Point.
I think Rico will get touches, but I still think Chuba will be the guy. But I don't think Chuba's going to play, so it's probably not going to matter.
The ironic thing about that is Zach Charbonnet has been terrible this year, and yet this is the year they're like, okay, we're committing to you. We're committing. It's like, anyways. All right, let's go on to tight end, Kincaid or Mason Taylor.
I got to go Kincaid. Great matchup for Kincaid.
Yeah, Kincaid. I mean, Taylor's been really good, but really tough matchup for him against Denver. Soul 315. Not easy, but I think we can definitely say we got to go Genty this week, right? Over Judkins.
Yep. Love them both, but got to go Genty.
Yeah. We put Genty as a must start, so I don't think we can say not Genty. Starman. What's up, Starman? Got the membership, but also super chatted. Appreciate you. Full PPR. 2 running backs in the flex. Kyron, Rashad, Bill, Rico. Guess you're going to sit Rico here probably.
Yeah, I can't sit Kyron. Well, I will say, I mean, I don't know. I think if Chuba's completely out, I might go Rico over Rashad White, honestly. Kyron and Bill for sure. And then it comes down to if Chuba is completely out, I might go Rico over Rashad because, I mean, it's another good matchup against the Cowboys, revenge game. Like, Rashad's matchup, again, is not great this week, but so I'll go Kyron and Bill and then either Rico or Rashad based on if Chuba plays or not.
Yeah, this is true. Rashad's still a very good start, but yeah, the matchup isn't quite as good. So let's say that. No Chuba, go Rico. 2 receivers, Debo, BTJ. CD's not playing. Pearsall, who knows? Terry, who knows? I don't care. I'm just going to go the first 2. I don't want to mess with it.
Yeah.
I mean, CD's not going to play this week, right?
No, almost certainly not CD. Probably not Terry. I mean, I'll say if I'd probably still go BT. I'd probably just go Debo, BTJ.
Yeah, I will say BTJ. I might have to kind of not reverse course, but feel a little better about him. And Brendan Strange is out. He's gone. Travis Hunter, we don't really know what his involvement is. I think BTJ has at least been a little bit better lately, so they might have to pass a lot more this week, even. Anyways, Michael Cazares. Who'd you rather, I assume, stash? Mooney or Burden?
I don't know. I think at this point I might just want Burden. Like,
yeah,
give me the perceived upside versus whatever Mooney's going to give me.
I don't know what to perceive of Mooney these days. Not much. Jay needs a flex. Pollard, Walker, Olave, Myers.
Think I have, let me see, it's full PPR. Okay, so I think I have Olave highest out of this group.
Yeah, it's tough to start Myers these days with Geno. I think Olave is pretty good here. I don't mind Pollard this week. He's in a good spot, but in PPR, Olave gets the edge. This one's interesting. Landon, he's in a bunch of our DraftLane leagues. Would you trade Hampton for Henry?
I don't think I would, honestly, which is crazy to say. But, I mean, Look,
No.
you're gonna get Derrick Henry for 1 week, probably a bad week. Then he goes on the bye. So 2 of the games Hampton's gonna miss, you're not, Derrick Henry is gonna be. I don't know. I don't even really want to start Derrick Henry this week. So you're basically getting like maybe 2 extra games of Henry for Hampton, but the way Henry and this offense and this defense has looked this year, I don't know. I think I just would rather have Hampton.
Wow, what has happened to Baltimore here? Okay. I still got to keep King over Hampton. You have to look long term with this, right? Because, like you said, Hampton you don't have for 4 weeks, maybe more. Henry, like you said, you don't really even want to start him this week. Then they get the bye, and then who knows? Okay. So I was like, okay, who's going to be better in the playoffs? They got a great schedule. Baltimore has a great schedule at the end of the season. They get the Steelers, no defense. They get the Bengals, no defense. The Patriots, not scary. I mean, it's a really good schedule, and I just can't put the King below a rookie just yet. So I would do it, but I understand if you don't want to do it here, Landon. I know you're like 2-3. That's not the worst. Like I wouldn't trade just for that reason because this is not going to help you this week or next week, anyways. Well, okay, it'll help you a little bit.
Yeah, I mean Henry will probably outscore Hampton this week. Let's hope.
I hope he at least outproduces Hampton this week. Zachary Mudd, definitely in some of those DraftLane leagues. Who do I start at RB2, Pollard or Monty?
I'm going Pollard this week. I know there's going to be like, I remember what was it? It was week 3. He destroyed whoever that team was. I forget who they played. And then week 4, they played the Browns, and we were like, yeah, we're not feeling Monty this week. And he did nothing. And then last week, they played the Bengals, and we were like, yeah, let's roll with Monty again. And now I know this week, everybody's going to be like, how do you not start Monty? But they're playing, who do they play this week? It's like one of the worst matchups.
Chiefs.
Yeah, the Chiefs. I mean, he could score, but I mean, Pollard's in a good spot. I like Pollard better this week.
Yeah, I was just mentioning I was looking through waivers and kind of setting my lineups on our, 1,000,001 DraftLane leagues this week. I put Pollard in the flex in a couple of spots where I didn't love my receiver. I'm okay with Pollard here. So Bobby wants to give you a shout out on the Sunday stream. He said he pulled over on the way home from work just to put Rico Dowdle in the flex spot, and we know what happened next.
Nice.
So that's awesome. Yeah, good call there. Mike Altawheel, Kincaid or Laporta?
I'm going Kincaid. I might be irrationally high on Kincaid this week, but I don't know if you've had a chance to see the QB tight end video yet. I talked about it on there. Let me pull it up because I don't have it in my other notes. I should put it in my other notes. But this week, Kincaid. Whoa. Falcons play the most single high in the league 68% of the time. He leads the team in targets per route run against single high coverage this year. I think it's going to be a good Kincaid week. I'm going Kincaid.
Agree. Go Kincaid here. We just talked about the Lions get that Chiefs defense. Not a great matchup anyways. And then if Terry does play, start him over Keenan Allen. I don't think
so. I think even if Terry plays, I can't start him over Keenan.
Because it's definitely a good matchup against the Bears defense. And we talk about that a lot in our upcoming video. I just don't feel like he's going to be close to 100%, so Keenan's such a good matchup. All right, now here is it's quite a spicy trade. Thoughts on this? I'm not even going to tell you whose running backs are. Rusty Shackelford. Would you trade Achane and Bill for JT?
This I think you have to do. I mean, look, it's probably value-wise, it's probably an overpay, especially if Bill ends up being good. But like Jonathan Taylor looks unbelievable. He looks unbelievable. Yeah, I think you have to take JT here.
Yeah, I think so. And again, just looking at this in a vacuum, I think you'd get The what is he? The number 2 running back probably in fantasy right now behind CMC. Well, I think if you knew that he has CMC already and has Judkins and Etienne, I think you'd like, yes, you just do this.
Yeah, especially here because it's like you're not even going to miss Bill or H-Chan. What the heck?
I know. All right. Do it, Rusty. Continue your domination. Elijah wants to know, would trading Walker for Michael Carter be a good return?
No, I'm not doing this. Look, Michael Carter, Trey Benson, when he comes back from IR, I don't think Michael Carter has taken Trey Benson's job here. So no, I would not do this.
Michael Carter will have fairly good value for 3 weeks, maybe more, but no. Keep Walker. All right, so Bobby does have a question here. Bobby Brook, 2 running backs, 2 receivers in the flex. Jacobs, Javonte, Kamara, Dowdle. I don't know. Maybe Rico doesn't make the cut this week. T-Mac, Pittman, Sutton. That's pretty much it. Okay, so the 2 receivers.
I think you got to go Jacobs, Javonte at running back. T-Mac. I think I have Sutton ahead of Pittman. I don't even care. I don't even care about the matchup for Sutton anymore. T-Mac, Sutton be my wide receivers. 1 flex. Dowdle, Pittman. I'll say I think if Chuba's out, I go Dowdle over Pittman. Otherwise, I go Pittman.
Yeah, that's the determining factor here. I agree. You want to get Rico in there. Yeah, you have a good team there, Bobby. You have JJ on the bench, Rice and Evans on the bench. You're going to be stacked come playoff time. All right, Moises, back as always. Have Jamar Chase got offered Waddle and Kamara for him. Deal or no deal?
I think this is a no deal for me. I mean, this almost feels like it's just Waddle for Chase because Kamara, I mean, and now he's dealing with some sort of ankle injury. Like Kendre, right, has gotten more and more involved. This is a no deal. I'll just take Chase. I'll just keep Chase.
Exactly. I'm thinking like if it was Waddle and a running back I kind of wanted, I could do it. I just don't want Kamara. So if this team that is offering you this has somebody who's a little bit better than Kamara, then maybe. Cody here. Hearing some Breece Hall trade rumors. I haven't heard any like legit rumors. I mean, there's always rumors, but do you think there's a chance? I mean, of course the Jets are winless, but I don't think that means they trade Breece.
No, I mean, there's always a chance, right? But because they could just say, hey, well, I think is Breece on the final year of his deal, or does he have one more year? I know he's coming to the end of it. It might be the final year. Yeah. Chiefs. I mean, Chiefs would obviously make a ton of sense. Texans would make a ton of sense. Chargers, I don't know about that unless they think Hampton's injury is very serious. Bears definitely make sense. They need help with that running game for sure.
Yeah, that makes sense, but doesn't mean it'll happen. Breece, yes, going to be unrestricted free agent after this year. But that said, at the same time, even though they're like, okay, 0 chance to make the playoffs, rebuilding, whatever, if they trade Breece Hall and Braylon Allen's already out basically for the season, I mean, teams don't just throw in the towel that way and like, oh, we'll just make do with, Isaiah Davis as our only running back the rest of the season. Teams don't think that way, right?
Yeah.
For us, it makes sense. It doesn't make sense for them necessarily. Big Man Fishing, what's up? Got a couple of questions here. This is the 10-teamer. Needs 1 flex, either K9 or Sharps, Godwin, Golden, Jacoby, Ridley.
I think I might actually go Ridley here. Let me check my sheet, but I think I go Ridley. I got him as a strong flex. I got Jacoby as just a flex. Walker is just a flex. Golden is just a flex. I know Godwin. I think Godwin's like a sit for us this week.
Yeah.
I'll also say this about Ridley. Like it's not like a massive thing here, but where is he? I should put these in my regular notes so it's easier for me. Raiders run the most cover 3 52% of the time. His target per out run goes from 0.22 to 0.26 versus cover 3. Not a massive difference, but it's something. It's something. I think I'm going to go Ridley.
Yeah, what's something is he got 10 targets last week. All of a sudden, like revived, like the Undertaker. They're going to keep targeting him at least. That's better than what we're seeing with Jacoby. And no other changes. The rest of your lineup is good. What about his 8-teamer? Got Danny Dimes, HN, JT, Odunze, Debo Pickens, Bowers, Dobbins. There's really not much to do there. Just obviously, if Bowers is out, go Mason Taylor.
Exactly.
P, what's up? Half PPR needs 1-1-1-1. Swift, Henderson, Miller, BTJ, McLaurin, Shakir, Hunter Henry, Kraft.
All right, a wide receiver. It's going to be, I think I'm going to go Khalil Shakir over BTJ. I will say this one's close for me. But again, when I talked about Kincaid, his targets per route run versus single high goes from 0.16 to 0.24. Again, Falcons play single high like almost 70% of the time. I don't mind BTJ this week. It's definitely close, but I think I'm actually going to go Shakir over BTJ this week. Swift, Henderson, Kendra Miller. I think I got to go Swift. I don't really love any of these guys this week. So I guess the good news is I'll probably flex BTJ. So we're going to play both Shakir and BTJ, so I don't have to worry about that. And then Kraft at tight end.
Yeah, Kraft definitely tight end. He gets the best matchup against the Bengals. Yeah, BTJ and Shakir. I'm not starting McLaurin over those guys, even if he's active. The one place I might differ is, look, I know it's like we've been saying this every week in the Henderson game. The game may not happen, but I think if it's going to happen anytime soon, it might be this week. It's the Saints. Gibson's out. Ramondre's fumbling. Like, it just makes too much sense to everyone except Mike Vrabel. We'll see. But it's also that Swift, like, what is he doing? Like, he's just not doing a whole lot. At least give me the chance for that big game. That's what I'm thinking. All right. We have, by the way, look back to this. Those who just joined in, dude, super chats and members. We always, of course, do the super chats. We're setting a goal this stream, trying to get to 30 the first hour. Where are we at so far?
We're at 14 right now. Still got plenty of time.
Plenty of time. Thank you to everyone who's already super chatted. We're getting to them, so hang tight. We're just going in order. So if you do that, we're going to then go to a lot of the non-super chat comments, to as many as possible, and we will stay on as long as it takes to answer all the questions we need to answer. Cannot answer every single one, but again, get that super chat. It kind of gets the ball rolling for everything else. Okay. Scott Martin. I think that's probably an autocorrect. Igbuka for Judkins and Flowers.
Yeah.
I think he said he traded Igbuka for Judkins and Flowers.
Yeah, that's what I think he's saying here. I mean, I think value-wise, it's okay, but I think you got to prefer Igbuka right now. I mean, as much as I like Judkins, the way Igbuka looks, and now Todd Bowles talking like Mike Evans might not be that close to returning. Like, what they said? Like, originally they said this wasn't even as serious as the hamstring injury he had last year. They didn't put him on IR. Like, wait, what? Like, what? I don't know.
What is going on?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, at least, look, you got Judkins and Flowers will be fine once Lamar's back after the bye, but yeah, tough to trade away Igbuka right now.
Well, I'll say I don't hate this because, yeah, Igbuka, of course, he's been great. Look, Zay Flowers, remember, the first couple of weeks, he was leading the NFL in receiving after, 3 weeks? Yeah, Lamar's out. So this is going to not feel so great for the next couple of weeks. Lamar's going to come back. I just talked about the schedule for the Ravens the rest of the season. It's really good. I think you're going to be fine with Zay Flowers, and Judkins has been great. So I think value-wise, I think this is fine. This is good. And if you're, short on running back, this might help your team. Let's also do this. By the way, also got to remind people, because I don't know if I did. Chuck McDiesel loves the channel. Finally subscribed last week. Thank you. I don't know if everybody knows this. We're making also our goal this year. We said it this season is it. Going to get to 100K for subscribers. It's been long enough. Let's get it, guys. We've been watching it all. If this is your first time, second time, millionth time, and for some reason you still have to subscribe, hit the subscribe button. Let's do it. Help us out. All right. Let's help Chuck out. Dak or Drake?
I think you got to go. I think you got to go Dak here. I mean, I like Drake this week against the Saints. He should be fine. But man, Dak's looked so good. I think you got to go Dak.
Drake definitely has a high floor this week, and I mentioned it that I think every quarterback this season, all 5 games, has thrown at least 2 touchdowns against the Saints. Drake will be good, but Dak has been great. You got to go with this. You got to go with the ceiling. We have the return of the prophet. It's Robert Mitchell. What's up, Robert?
What's up?
Hampton out. Would you pick up Haskins, Vidal? I guess pick your poison. Dunze? Wait a minute.
No.
There's no way. Ridley, Gainwell, Carter, Thornton for a bench spot. That can't be Odunze. Don't tell me that Odunze is on waivers. That can't be right.
Should I just stash Odunze on my bench and see what happens? What do you think? Stash him and see if maybe he does something. Okay, look, if somehow, some way, Odunze is really on your waiver wire, please do whatever you have to do to pick up Odunze. If that was a typo, which I'm gonna hope, then I think Ridley is the guy you should pick up next.
I need clarity. Robert, I know you're still on here. Robert, you got to tell us: was that Odunze? Is Rome Odunze of the Bears on the waiver wire in your league? There's
no way, right?
All right?
There's no way.
If so, this is a pretty easy one. All right. If it's not Odunze and it's something else, if you pick Haskins or Vidal, will you insert him over Williams? Absolutely not.
Definitely not.
What I did what I said I was going to do, which is not what I always do. I didn't spend any fab on either of these Chargers running backs. And then today I scooped up whoever was available in leagues where I just had extra space. So I picked up Haskins in 2 leagues where I dropped guys like Wan'Dale Robinson or Darius Slayton. And I picked up Vidal in 1 league just so I could say I have Vidal in 1 league.
Hey, you never know.
You never know. Okay, I have to keep an eye out. If Robert, you don't have to super chat it, Robert. If you just want to say, we need to know if Rome Odunze was dropped by somebody in your league.
Well, I got the answer.
What? Oh, I know, because he was on bye last week. Of course, that's why.
What is he, like the wide receiver 6? Or he's probably not the wide receiver 6 anymore because he didn't play last week, but for the first 4 weeks, he was like the wide receiver 6 or something. Yeah, pick up Odunze, whatever it takes. Whatever you have to do, Robert, pick him up.
Robert, I'm going to say whoever did this in your league needs to start watching the channel. But you probably don't want him to do that because then that's not going to give you your advantage where now you get to pick up Rome Odunze. So,
man.
Okay. Congrats, Robert.
Right?
See Hibbs. This is where everyone comments, man, I wish I was in that league.
Right.
C Hibbs, Chase and Kyron for AJB and Bijan.
Ooh. I think I do this. I think just to get Bijan.
Yeah.
This is I think it's a pretty fair trade, right? I mean, Kyron's been good. AJ Brown has not. Chase has had 2 good games, 3 not good games, and it's probably how his season's going to go, right? It's probably going to be he'll be okay, and then every now and then he'll, make a great catch or the blown coverage or something. So, but I think I do this just to get Bijan and then hope that AJ Brown turns it around.
Yeah, like you said, just you getting Bijan, do it. Yeah, this is really interesting trade. It's the thing is because Chase, we don't know what we're going to get now with Joe Flacco. I mean, we know we're getting Flacco and just don't know what that means. Interesting. All right. Vinny, what's up? Needs a receiver and a running back. Sutton or AJB?
I think I actually have. I think I moved AJ Brown one spot ahead of Sutton. Sutton's certainly safer for you though. If you're like, I don't feel like doing it. But man, I mean, all signs point to a good AJ Brown week. In fact, we were going to put him on the must start video, the Booms video, but he plays tomorrow, so we can't because the video goes out Friday.
Right. It definitely could be wrong, but feeling like this might actually be the AJB week. The only reason I think you don't just go Sutton is because, he's going to get some Sauce Gardner, one of those Europe games. Look, they just might not have to pass a lot against the Jets. So there's some risk that Sutton is just okay and not great. At running back, Carter, Chase Brown, or RJ Harvey, just go Carter?
Yeah, I think you just go Carter here.
Just go Carter. All right. Allen, Wendling. Did not realize Hassan Haskins had trade value. Traded Hassan Haskins. Nice.
I mean, this has got to be a win. Even if it could be by the end of the season, it's not really a win or a loss for either side. But come on. Hassan Haskins for Matthew Golden. Come on. What are we doing? What are people doing here?
This is probably, I'm going to guess that the guy who traded Golden had Amari in Hampton. They're like, I need Haskins. That's probably it. So, but well done. Well done. How do we feel about Scatteroo? Because you're right. Tyron Tracy is active, but I don't know if I'm worried too much this week.
Yeah, I'm not too worried. Is Tyron Tracy for sure active? They said he's playing for sure already?
Yeah, they said he's good.
Oh, that's right, because the game's tomorrow. So, yeah, I mean, I think I heard Scatteroo a little bit, but I don't think Tracy's, especially coming off an injury like this, probably not going to get the bulk of the carries here. I think Scatteroo will still be the lead back. Yeah,
the thing that's probably more worrying about Scatteroo is they're playing the Eagles. I think that's
right.
more important. So rest of the season, I think he's still startable. Dion needs 2 in non. Sutton, Harrison, London, Diggs.
I think in non-PPR, Sutton's borderline a must start. I mean, this guy has touchdown upside every week. I might go London next here. Like, again, I feel like we're trying to chase touchdowns, right? And like Diggs could score, Harrison could score, but it might be Jacoby Brissett. How good we feel. I'll go Sutton in London.
London to me is gonna. I know it doesn't feel like it yet because he didn't play last week, right? He had a bye, but before that he had him on his first big game. I think he's gonna go back to I have Drake London. I just started him territory. So to me, it's London. I know I'm feeling a huge Diggs week. I think I'm gonna go Diggs here. You're fine with Sutton too, though. It's definitely not Harrison. I know that. Cash money. Got JD, got Amon-Ra, Odunze, Diggs, Shakir, T. Do I trade Shakir or him and T for Scary Terry for the stack?
Well, I'm not making a trade for the stack, but I will say I would prefer a healthy Terry McLaurin to Khalil Shakir. So, look, you got Amon-Ra St. Brown, Odunze, Diggs. Like, you should, even if Terry doesn't play this week, you should be fine until Terry comes back. So I think if you want to do this, I think it's a good long-term move.
Yeah, exactly. Not for the stack, but you could get Terry. Yeah, let's do it. Ethan, it's 1 in 4. You're not dead yet. Worried about St. Brown wrist.
Yeah, he didn't practice today with a wrist injury, but it doesn't sound serious. I'm not. Look, Sun God once played with metal in his cleat for his foot, which I don't even know how you do that. But he did it and he was still effective. I'm not worried about Sun God.
No, don't worry about anyone too much on Wednesday unless they play Thursday. But yeah, don't worry yet. And 1 in 4, I know it doesn't feel great. It's definitely not over yet. Not over yet, but by the way, Spearsy, always in the house from Canada. Go Jays, go! Yeah, not over yet, but the Jays do have a lead over the Yankees. We'll see what
They
happens
have a lead.
there.
I thought they had a lead last night, 6-1, and that didn't seem to matter. So it's the Yankees in New York, man. That the Little League field, they can come back at any time. Oh, that's 1-1 right now.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's not over till it's over, especially in baseball. Sean Howard, Sutton or QJ?
I have Sutton. I literally have Sutton right ahead of QJ. QJ's got the better matchup this week, but again, Sutton's just been so good. Like, it doesn't even seem to matter. Good matchup, bad matchup. It doesn't seem to matter for Sutton.
No. Yeah, that's the thing with QJ. I mean, he was looking like he was just going to be a stud every week. And then, like, okay, they have a lot of good receivers there. Ladd finally scored. Great matchup, but does he score? Does Keenan score? Does Ladd score? So I think we're okay with that. Sean Howard again lost apparently the GOAT kicker, Schrader, for the season. I'll take your word for it. Start former Miami Hurricane, Michael Badgley, with that Colts offense. Or Eddie Pinheiro, steady Eddie.
like I don't know. No, I don't even know who. Okay, I know Badgley kicks for the Colts because you just told us. I don't even know who Pinheiro. Who does he even kick for?
Don't tell me. I think it's the Panthers.
All right. Here's the perfect example of why.
No, I was wrong. It was the 49ers.
49ers.
He used to kick. Last year it was the Panthers. This year it's the 49ers.
Didn't he make some clutch kicks last week against the Rams? I feel like because I watched that game. On Sunday, I got a super chat, a kicker super chat, and I was like, why are you asking me a super chat kicker question? I'm the worst person to ask. And it was between like the Ravens kicker Loop and some other team's kicker. I forget. And literally right after the question, somebody said, "Oh, Tyler Loop, he's like, you have to start Tyler Loop no matter what." And then like 2 comments later was like the kicker for the other team is got to, like basically they both were like saying the exact opposite, right? Like one person was like, you have to start Loop, and then I was like, you have to start the other guy. It's like nobody knows. So I don't know. Just pick one. Pick a kicker.
I'm gonna go with Michael Badgley because he's a Hurricane. And the Colts offense. Look, Colts offense. That's a good reason.
I still can't believe we get kicker questions to this day.
Fill the vibe. What's up? Starting QB, we're going Goff, Love, or Darnold?
I think this week you got to go Love against the Bengals.
Yeah, the matchup. It's definitely in Love's favor. Actually, let's do this first. Just Phil again. Mason Taylor or Evan Ingram?
I literally have Mason Taylor one spot ahead of Evan Ingram. Let's go Taylor. That one's close. That's close for me.
Yeah, this one is pretty close. I'm fine with Taylor, more consistent target share. Julian, it's 2 and 3. That's all right. Bench, AJB, Devontae Adams, Michael Pittman, or Chris Olave?
I got Olave the lowest, so I guess he gets benched. I mean, these are all good options, so I guess Olave.
Yeah, well, we already said it could be the AJB week. We're all over Devontae Adams. I think he's got to be in your lineup. Pittman, Olave, I'd rather have Pittman in there, higher ceiling. All right, run CMC. Any news on Bowers, Lamar? Well, Lamar's out. Like, that's pretty clear.
Yeah, well, I don't know if Lamar's officially out, but he's out.
They're talking like they're not even thinking about him until after the bye. So
yeah, which makes sense. Bowers will probably have to see because remember Bowers, it was like on Friday or Saturday or Friday, Pete Carroll said Bowers is going to play. And then on Sunday morning, they're like, nope, not playing. So Bowers is probably going to have to wait till later in the week, see how much he practices.
Yeah. Well, for what it's worth, this maybe is as official as it gets these days. Billy saying ChatGPT is leaning towards Bowers not playing.
ChatGPT. Wow.
There it is. There it is.
How accurate is ChatGPT on the injury front? I'm curious. Has anybody tracked this?
When the day comes that AI can accurately predict like fantasy projections, like for week, and it actually hits, all right, then like we've arrived. We've done it as a society.
Yeah.
We're not there yet. Dak and Waller, totally fine. If you want to just start Waller, not worry about it, totally fine. Flex Rico or T-Mac. Just keep. It's just. I mean, if Chuba, let's assume Chuba. Okay, if Chuba plays, it's T-Mac. What if Chuba doesn't?
Yeah, play? If Chuba plays, it's definitely T-Mac. If Chuba doesn't play, I might just take Rico. But I mean, T-Mac against the Cowboys, I think you can't feel bad about that. So.
Yeah, either way, you're good. Stash, Pearsall or Godwin, can't be both.
I'll stash Pearsall here.
All right, and then we got John, a member also. Start one, Jalen Hurts or Justin Herbert. It's Hurts. Just start Hurts.
Yes, Jalen Hurts.
2 running backs in the flex: Henry, Brees, Monty, Javante, and then we got 2 receivers: Nakua, Moore, McConkey, Diggs.
All right, well, Javante is going to be number 1. I think I have Brees number 2. Brees, yes, Brees number 2. Definitely starting Puka. Definitely starting Diggs. All right, so then it comes down to Ladd or Henry. I actually have Ladd as solid this week, and Henry is a strong flex. So give me Ladd. Give me Ladd this week.
Yeah, this is a squad where I can say, okay, you don't have to start Derrick Henry. And then Njoku, Johnson, or A.J. Barner.
Nah, just give me Njoku.
Yeah, give me on Njoku as well. Well, you know, it's not all sweet and sour chicken over here. Bourne or Ryan Flournoy?
Well, I'll say if Jennings is out again, Pearsall's out again, it already sounds like Purdy's out. Like they basically are saying, like, he's probably not going to play. I mean, we're looking at Mac Jones, Kendrick Bourne connection again. How can I sit Kendrick Bourne if those guys are out again? So if they're both out, I'm going to go Kendrick Bourne. If somehow Jennings and Pearsall plays, maybe I'll go Flournoy. But I mean, I don't know. I feel like Flournoy is just going to be another one of those one-hit wonders, one-week wonder wide receivers that we've seen a lot this year.
Yeah, look, that's clearly a risk. I mean, remember a week ago when Jalen Tolbert had like 61 yards and a touchdown, and we thought he was good. I will admit, I may have picked up Ryan Flournoy in a league or 2 on DraftLane just because. We'll see. But I also thought, hey, maybe the 49ers receivers will actually play this week. I probably will be wrong. So if Jennings or Pearsall are out, then it's going to be Bourne. Brian, I think we're talking tight end here. Hunter Henry or Mason Taylor?
I've got Mason Taylor ahead of Henry. I'm going Taylor.
Yep, Taylor. And then maybe early for this, but maybe not. So Bert says, sent us start sit on DraftLane. Should we take a look? We're not quite an hour in, but too early. You want to just take a look now?
Yeah, we can take a look. Let's do it.
All right, let's do it.
Hopefully his name is Bert on DraftLane too, right?
Well, I was thinking the exact same thing because a lot of times it's not. They don't always match up.
Oh, wait,
all right.
But I'll bet you it's Bert. I'll bet you it's Bert Bigsby.
Yeah, I see it. Okay,
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that it's that one. All right, let's do it.
All right, here it is. Let me take the comment off and let's see. No question, just starts it. So Jaden Daniels, yes. Gibbs, Bill, yes. Waller, QJ at the flex, Terry, Golden. But what else can we do? Kendrick Bourne.
What's that?
Kendrick Bourne's there at the bottom.
I mean, I think again, if Jennings and Pearsall are both out, I'd put Bourne in. But if one or both plays, I'd probably just assuming Terry's out, I'd probably just put Njoku
in. Okay. Yeah, tight end right now is Waller, so that's fine. I don't know. It's tough to say right now. Like Terry start sit. So what should we say here? Just leave it as is, but then just type the message.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully he hears us, but you could type it as well.
If Terry, well, that's how it works. If Terry plays, you can leave him in. If he doesn't, flex Njoku instead. All right, and that was it, right? Everything else is good?
Yeah, everything else is good.
All right. That's how it works. And those of you who haven't used it yet or haven't seen this yet for some reason, notice we were able to actually look at the roster. Yahoo, it says Sleeper. If you're on those platforms, then it syncs with DraftLane. We can see your rosters, your waivers, all that stuff. And if not, if you're playing ESPN or NFL or some other random platform, it's okay. You can still use this. Just use the Ask a Question feature, and you can type whatever you want.
Yep.
All right. There we go. Let's get back to the Super Chats, though, which, by the way, we do have a goal set. And how much time we got? Does it say the time, by the way? I don't even know. On your side,
I don't know how it shows up. I try to look to see. I don't see it. I think there's like a little thing at the top, a little goal thing you have to click. But right now we have 14 and a half minutes left. We need 3 more Super Chats. If we get 3 more Super Chats in the next 14 and a half minutes, we will answer 10 non-Super Chats. So if you're feeling generous today, you want to help 10 people out get their questions answered, drop a Super Chat, any amount. Even if you just want to say, answer somebody's question, even if you don't have a question. 3 more, right. 14 and a half minutes.
There you go. And I know we when we mentioned that the first time, immediately saw a couple of Super Chats. So thank you, everyone who's already doing that. Remember, our goal is to help as many people as possible. That's why we're here, right? We're not here to tell you about our fantasy teams and to tell you about how we're doing and what. It's not about us. It's about you. It's about your teams. We're trying to help you all out. So let's help each other out. Let's help Alyssa out. She's got that membership. What RB? Scattaboo, Michael Carter, Gainwell, or Kendra Miller with no hint?
I've got... I think I have... Yeah, I got him very close.
Well, I think to a large extent, it's hard to answer without knowing Jaylen Warren. Do you feel like Jaylen Warren is going to play this week? Probably.
Well, even if he does, it's not a great matchup against. I have Jaylen Warren as a flex. I have Scattaboo and Michael Carter really close, but I think I'll go Michael Carter. Just feel a little bit better about the Cardinals' offense against the Colts. I'll go Carter.
Yeah, because I was going to say if Warren is out again, Gainwell maybe just going to get a ton, but it is not a great matchup. But still, he would basically be a workhorse, which is weird. But as it stands, probably go Carter as well. All right, so...
All right. Wait. Oh, is there more?
Go ahead. Do we hit it?
We hit the goal. So are we ready? We're going to do 10 non-Super Chats. Thank you, everybody.
Perfect timing, because I was going to do this one anyways. And actually, it's not even a question, but the Rico guy has finally showed up. He picked up Rico in week 2. Way before he is loving life. I mean, how can you not be loving life right now?
Yes.
All right.
I won't count that one because it wasn't technically a question.
Just checking in. But I had to put that up there. All right. Let's do some regular ones here. Quentin Messenger. Sutton, Harrison, Myers, or Diggs. Pick 2.
think you got to go Sutton and Diggs here. I mean, you'll find out if you, Quentin, if you watch the video on Friday, why we love Diggs so much. And Sutton again, I can't really bench Sutton. I'm going to go Sutton and Diggs.
Yeah, Sutton and Diggs here. Okay, Brandon J. Looking for some flex appeal. Pittman or Etienne?
I think I have Pittman higher. Let me check. Pittman. Yeah, it's a tough spot for Etienne again this week. Pittman's in a good spot. Cardinals secondary banged up. Doesn't say PPR or not. I'll assume PPR. I'm going to go Pittman. If it's non-PPR, I'll go Etienne.
If it's PPR, yeah, I think I'm going Pittman here. Okay, this, I understand it. Some people will be like, this is crazy. T-money. Stafford or Allen?
Look, Stafford's in a great spot this week against the Ravens. He could go off, but I just never consider benching Josh Allen. Never.
Like, you really just don't think about it. Josh Allen is every week in lineup. Stafford absolutely could go off against, and we say he's going to go off against Baltimore. I'm not ever sitting Josh Allen, especially for anyone. Carlos M. Well, part of this is easy. He says London Odunze or Collins, but rest of season.
I think I would rank. I think rest of the season I'd rank him Odunze, London, Collins.
All right, man. Collins third. Who would have thought? That's where we're at with this offense, I guess. Okay. I want to make sure I don't skip any of the regular chats here. Well, this is a question. Daniel Scarrett. Would you drop Woody Marks? Is he droppable?
I mean, it depends who you're picking up. Like if there's somebody really good, but I don't want to pick Woody Marks up for a stash because I'd rather just stash Woody Marks. So yeah, if there's somebody really good on the waiver wire, yes, sure, you can drop. Like if Bill, we had some questions yesterday. People were like, Bill, they had Woody Marks and Bill was on the waiver wire, remember? So yeah, if that's the case, yeah, I'll drop Woody Marks for a guy like that. But if I'm going to drop Woody Marks for like Kyle Monin guy or somebody, no.
All right, Billy is always on here. Billy Harris. Go Haskins over Pacheco.
You know what? I honestly might, just because it's the Dolphins this week. Just because it's the Dolphins, I might.
Well, not only that, but Kareem Hunt's getting all the touchdowns. They're using Pacheco. It's Kareem Hunt. He's like taking over. It's aggravating. All right, Miguel is in the house. All right, how about trading Scatterboo for Pickens?
Oh, you have to take. If you're getting Pickens, you have to do this.
Yeah. I think you have to do this. Ants, no Hefe. Offered Etienne for Rome.
I mean, I prefer Rome. You're saying you had Hampton. I think this comes down to like who are your other running backs. If you have other running backs that you feel okay about that can get you by till Hampton comes back, I would prefer Rome. But if you're desperate at running back, like if you're staring at Hassan Haskins or Kimani Vidal as your RB2 now until Hampton comes back, maybe you have to do this. But in a vacuum, I prefer Rome.
Yeah, I feel like I'd want a little bit more for Rome. Maybe you can trade him for a running back. I think it's got to be someone who's a little more consistent, a little better. And then I think this is 10 right here. Let's do also frequent viewer, SC Brew All-American, ambulance alert.
All right.
Godwin, Pollard, Bourne, Carter, Pearsall.
Okay, I'll say Pollard. Pollard's probably my flex. I'm probably just going to flex. Actually, yeah, I'm just going to flex Pollard. I think even if Pearsall plays, I still flex Pollard this week. I think even if Pearsall and Jennings are out and Bourne plays, I still flex Pollard. I like Pollard this week. I'm going to go Pollard.
Yeah, it's just hard to trust the 49ers, isn't it? Pollard is fine. Too soon for Godwin. All right, let's get back to the Super Chats. I know we've had some lined up here for a while.
Do another goal?
Let's do it. Why not? I mean, we're going to still catch up. What's the new goal? At 30 again? Or are we going to go higher?
Ooh, higher. Well, the next, does it let me type in anything? The next, okay. So looks like I can only select 50 would be the next one.
That might be pushing it for a Wednesday. Let's stick with 30.
All right, we'll do 30 again for the next hour. If we can get 30 the next hour again, we'll do the same thing. We will answer 10 more non-super chats. There we go.
All right.
Goal is locked.
Let's get to these super chats here. Condog 209. It's 5-0. Yet somehow is then at running back. No Bucky. Benson's out. All right. Got an offer for Amon-Ra and RJ for Lamb and Henry or Scat or Bill. So you can get CeeDee Lamb and one of those running backs, but you're giving up the Sun God and RJ Harvey. Would you do it?
Yeah, but I think I have to take this. I mean, I think when Lamb is healthy, even if you say, I think I would prefer Lamb when he's healthy, but it's close, right? Lamb and Amon-Ra, but come on, can I really put the king below RJ Harvey right now? I think I would take Bill over RJ Harvey right now. I mean, I know I would take Bill over RJ Harvey right now. So if I can get Lamb and Derrick Henry, you're 5-0. You're 5-0. You can wait for Lamb to come back next week or maybe the week after, whenever it is. Yeah, I take Lamb and Henry.
Exactly. You're in the situation you can buy low. Okay, it's not low on Lamb because you're giving up Sun God, right? That's comparable. It's even. You're buying low on Derrick Henry. I'm buying low on Derrick Henry. I'm doing it. And even if it's Bill, I would do it for Bill too.
Yep.
But give me Derrick Henry. Juan Jaime. McBride, Myers, Rashad, or Tua. McBride, Jacoby for Achane. Okay, so it's a 3-for-1 to get Achane is what I'm seeing here.
Yeah, it looks like that. But I mean, if you think about it, like, okay, McBride, okay, how good has Jacoby Myers been? And then Rashad White. I mean, when Bucky comes back, again, I don't care how good Rashad White looks this week or next week if he plays again. When Bucky comes back, we know how the pecking order is going to go here. So you're basically trading a tight end, an okay wide receiver, and a backup running back. Or in the other one, you're trading a tight end, an okay wide receiver, and a quarterback that doesn't even need to be started in one QB leagues. Yeah, I take Achane for either of these. Give me Achane. This is like I don't want to say the full poo-poo platter, but this is like the, not so good platter for your really good guy.
Yeah, I just think it's interesting if someone's trading to get Tua right now. It's like, I mean, he's been bad the last couple of weeks. Statistically, he hasn't been bad, but yeah, I would do it. All right. P wants to know, would you trade AJB for basically the Panthers backfield and Olave?
This I might do. Because like Olave's been pretty good.
Yeah.
You got Saquon and Harvey. Yeah, you definitely need a better RB2 than Harvey. So I think I would do this.
Yeah, it's fair. Even if we feel AJB is going to get better, he's got to get better. But Olave hasn't been bad, and you need running back. So, Mr. Bleach, welcome back. Would you trade? No. Pickens or Debo for Swift or Kamara? No way. No way. Or trade Nico for Evans and Scadaboo?
I don't know. I don't think I'm doing either of these. I'm definitely not doing that first one. That's crazy. No. The thing is, again, like Evans, like what did they say today with Mike Evans? He said,
something not too encouraging.
Yeah. Todd Bowles told Greg Allman of Fox Sports on Wednesday that the wide receiver has come along. He's healing. I can't tell you how fast or when, but he's healing and he's working, trying to get back as fast as he can. What does that mean? Like,
it's coach speak. It means coach speak.
Yeah. It's like, well, I hope he's healing. I hope he's trying to get back as fast as he can. That doesn't sound good though, right? It doesn't sound like.
Sounds like nothing. I mean, we know he's not playing this week. It doesn't sound like he's playing in the next couple of weeks. Yeah, I just don't look. The only reason to do this, like, okay, I feel like Scadaboo is going to be my RB2. I can kind of plug him in over Walker. I'm not so sure Scadaboo is going to have that kind of ceiling. Like, he'll be fine, but he's in the Giants offense. Tracy's back. So I don't think it's enough. Any sins? Got T-Mac Higgins, Henry, Monty, Pitts, Lexi, Michael Carter, and possibly Trey Tucker. On the bench are those guys. Any swaps?
Do I consider Kelsey over Tucker? I might even consider Swift over Tucker. Yeah, I have Swift over Tucker. I might even put Kelsey over Tucker.
I think the question is, well, I was looking Kelsey, like I would probably put Kelsey over Pitts, is what I would just do at tight end. Then like Pitts, Tucker.
Yeah, I might go Kelsey Swift.
I mean, the only thing is Trey Tucker, you get the Titans, right?
Right.
It's a good matchup. It's a good matchup.
It's a good matchup, but it's not like, I mean, I don't know. I don't feel like teams are like I don't feel like teams are like destroying the Titans offensively, like throwing for a bazillion yards against them or anything.
No. That's true. So, yeah, Swift would make more sense. Yeah. All right. We have some breaking news. Did not know this, but Roberto, Roberto, it's one of our OGs. We're about to have another new endgame member because apparently his wife is going to labor.
Congratulations. Everybody congratulate Roberto. That is awesome. Congratulations, my friend.
Huge congratulations. And
yeah,
you talk about dedication, talk about being a true end gamer on the live stream while the wife is in labor. That's dedication. All right. Let's get to Luis from Chicago. Needs 2 receivers in the flex. QJ, MHJ. I think Worthy. Jalen Warren. Scadaboo. All right. So we need 2 receivers in the flex from that group.
I'm going to go Worthy, QJ at wide receiver. And I'm going to flex Harrison. I think. Do I have Harrison ahead of Scad? Yeah, I got Harrison ahead. Yeah, I'm going to flex Harrison. Although if it's Jacoby Brissett, I don't know if that's good or bad, but we'll see.
It might not be worse. All right. Nicholas Humphrey. Thank you, Nicholas. 2 running backs, 2 receivers in the flex. Gibbs, Judkins, Javonte, Rashad White, Pickens, Sutton, McMillan, Jacoby, Jalen Waddle. And then we have another league, which I guess we're having the same setup here.
All right. Well, I think you got to go. I'm going to go, man. I mean, I might flex Javonte here. I'm going to go Gibbs, Judkins, but I might flex Javonte. Like, oh, man, how do you? I'm like, oh, geez.
Yeah.
I mean, I think you got to start Pickens. I'll go Ted over Sutton this week. It's hard to bench Sutton, but I'll go Ted over Sutton. I mean, how do you bench Javonte? I don't think I can. I think I'm going to go Gibbs, Judkins, Javonte, Pickens, Ted. Man, this has got to be a shallow league, right? Look at these players.
Yeah. A lot of points on the bench, but that's not the worst thing. And then the other league, we got CMC, Kyron. Is that Bijan Robinson or HN, James Cook, Jacobs? There's no way. There's no way. There's no way.
What?
You cannot have.
Well, I'm definitely just going to play Sun God and Pickens at wide receiver, and I am not flexing a wide receiver because I am going to start. I think I got to go CMC, Bijan, and Jacobs. I think is going to be my third because they get the Bengals.
Yeah. If that's Brian Robinson, you probably don't even need to mention him. In that case, you can go like Kyron. But how even if it is Brian Robinson, how do you have all these running backs?
Right.
Four-man
Two-man league.
2-man league. Bull man. What is up? How are we feeling about Rico? Well, you talked about this earlier. Like, he's not suddenly the guy. He was the guy because Chuba didn't play.
Right. Yeah, like I don't think he's going to be the guy when Chuba comes back, but if Chuba's out, he's certainly the guy.
Yeah, but how about this? He picked up Rico and Kendrick Bourne last week. I mean, that's some good prognostication there.
Yeah,
One big.
Should be asking Bullman the questions.
Right. And you know what? Talk about dedication. Roberto, get back to business. He has a question here. Henry or London?
You gotta go London this week for sure. For sure.
Yeah. London this week. All right. Anthony. Yes. Hit the super child go. We got goal number 1. It's time for number 2. We're on the way,
yes.
I assume. Need to flex. Hollywood, Tootin, Vidal, Tracy, Christian Watson. That's a name I have not heard in a long time.
I don't know if Christian Watson is going to play this week. I think out of this group, I'd probably just go Hollywood. Let's just go Hollywood.
Yeah, Vidal is just way too optimistic, I guess. Call me Mr. Clutch. AJB and QJ for CD.
Yeah, I think I just take CD. As long as you're okay, not having CD potentially for another week or two, give me CD.
Right, because you're trading away 2 receivers and you're getting a guy who's not playing. So you're going to need to play somebody a receiver. But I would take CD. Phil wants to know how you feel about this running back room now that Hampton's out. Cook, Hubbard, Hunt. Hopefully Hubbard plays.
Yeah. Very risky. Very risky.
I know Hunt scored twice last week. Doesn't mean he'll.
I mean, that's so frustrating, right? So frustrating. He's the goal line back though, so
frustrating is only half of it. But oh well. So A Luck. Didn't know how to super chat.
Does the A potentially stand for Andrew?
Andrew, maybe. All right, here we go. Rate my team. Laporta for Evans.
His trade. I gotta prefer Evans here. I mean, Laporta fine at tight end, but come on, when Evans is healthy, I gotta prefer Evans.
Yeah, I think that's, and you have Kincaid, so yeah, good. That's a good deal. That's exactly the kind of move you need to make. WL Clutch needs 2 of these 3. Tet, Bill, Keenan, full PPR.
I'm just gonna go Tet and Bill. I think they're in great spots this week.
Yep, gotta go Tet and Bill. We talked them up this week. DSK Risk 1995. BTJ Sutton, Waddle, Golden, and QJ need to flex in 2 receivers.
All right. I think I've got Sutton and QJ. Yes. I think I have BTJ. Oh no, I actually have Waddle ahead of BTJ. All right, Waddle. I said I'm sticking to it this week. I'm sticking to it. So it's Sutton, Waddle, QJ for me.
Yep. Go with what you got. You practice the stick-to-itiveness.
Well, I haven't done it 2 weeks in a row. It's burned me. I'm like, why do I keep doing this?
No, second guessing. Jordan Dumas, Henry or Ingram?
I've got Ingram ahead of Henry, so let's go Ingram.
Let's go Ingram. I agree. Bert 454 was offered Rice, JCM, BTJ, or Cook and Golden.
No, I'm keeping Rice, Bill, and BTJ. I mean, look, Golden.
Yeah, he says was offered. If you were offered, like, hey, I'll give you these 3 for Cook and Golden, you're taking it, right?
Yes. Okay. Yeah. If you were offered those guys, I'm taking it. If somebody offered Cook and Golden for them, then no. But yeah, if somebody said, "Hey, you want Rice, Bill, and BTJ for Cook and Golden," I'm like, yes, I do. Thank you.
Yeah, that seems like not a massive, but an overpay for Cook. Cali Kid, 2 in a flex. Etienne, Judkins, Rashad, Chase Brown, Bill, and Jacobs. Jason, Godwin, Myers, Shakir.
I'm guessing I'm going to flex a running back here. I think you have to start Jacobs. I think Judkins is number 2 for me. I'm going to go JSN, Shakir, a wide receiver, and then I'm going to flex Bill. So Jacobs, Judkins, JSN, Shakir, Bill.
Yep, all good there. Now I'm going to have to go back here. Nicholas Humphrey again. The question is, if Rico's on waivers, do I grab him? Yes, but
Yes.
and some people in the comments immediately like, well, who would you have to drop? Which I'm glad you said that. Remember, this is the team. I don't know which team too. You had 2 teams. One of them, you have like every good running back that exists. You don't need Rico. The first team, I mean, sure, but who would you even drop here? Like Myers?
I mean, maybe, but do you really need to drop Myers? I mean, you have Gibbs, Judkins, Javonte, Rashad White. I mean, if you want to drop Myers, remember, Myers is going to be the wide receiver there all year. Maybe he gets traded because, look, I think you talked about this on Beat the Stash video. Saw something interesting happen this past week. Started to see like rookie Jack Besh get more involved. Like, that's weird. Like, are they thinking of trading Jacoby Myers, and so they're starting to get Jack Besh integrated into the offense more? So I don't know if I want to drop Jacoby. Like, what if Jacoby? I mean, if he ends up a giant, maybe I do want to drop Jacoby, but like, maybe he ends up somewhere halfway decent.
Yeah, the same Jacoby Myers who requested a trade. It's very possible for the 1 in 4 Raiders. But anyways, if it's these teams, you really don't need Rico Dowdle. If it's that 2-man league. Kelly Hamilton starts it. 2 running backs, 2 receivers in the flex. Scat, Handy, Rico, Bill, Jason, Marvel, Lava, DK.
All right, well, Bill is going to be number 1 at running back. I'll say Rico number 2, assuming Chuba is out. So chances are you're not going to be able to start Scatteroo tomorrow. So I guess it will be Henderson if Chuba plays. Wide receivers will be JSN, Olave, and I'll flex Marvin Harrison.
No faith in DK, huh? All right.
Yeah.
I will say if Kyler doesn't play because you're worried about that injury, then I could go DK over Marv if that's the case. And because Chris Olave was mentioned and the Saints juice popped up, just letting you know this is Taysom week. Apparently,
I mean, you never know, right? You just never know when the Taysom week is coming. Like, it's just, you never know. Well, actually, you do know when it's not coming. When everybody is excited for Taysom Hill, you know it's not coming. Last week, I guarantee you there was going to be a no Taysom Hill week. But as people start to go like, okay, forget this guy, that's when it's coming. That's when it's coming.
Right. So since you said that, you put it out there, it means it's not happening this week, but maybe next week. Right. Jose Rodriguez, 2 running backs, 2 receivers in the flex. Golden, London, T-Mac, Shaheed, Bourne, Gibbs, HN, Bucky, Brees is half PPR.
All right. Wide receivers are going to be T-Mac and London. Running backs are going to be Gibbs and HN. In a half PPR, I will flex Brees.
There you are. We have Pan Dulce, Haskins, Harvey, Chase Brown. This is pick your poison.
I think I still got to go Chase Brown here. I mean, at least he catches passes. Look, if it's anything like the Flacco we saw in Cleveland, he is not afraid to dump it off to the running back. Remember, like Dylan Sampson was catching a bazillion passes? So I'll go Chase Brown here.
I don't want to say this. Joe Flacco could help the running game. It's possible he makes it less bad, more palatable. I don't know. Haskins has some at least touchdown potential, so there's that. But Chase Brown gives you probably more of a floor. And then we're still catching up to the super chats, by the way, guys. So I know these are kind of delayed. These are from almost an hour ago. We're still getting there. Answered a whole bunch of non-super chats because, again, setting goals here, trying to get a lot more people involved here in the community. So if you get to 30, if you help us get to 30 super chats again for each hour, that means we'll do more of the regular comments as well. So Blue Romeo, always helping out, though, even when we can't get to some of those regular chats, always helpful in the chat. And thank you for the super chat.
Appreciate
you a lot. Pain Bliss, always on here. Got the membership.
Appreciate you as well.
All right, let's keep going as we catch up to the rest. We got Frosif. Dynasty trade, our favorites.
All right, let's go.
Wow.
By the way, going to be filming a Dynasty video after this. If you haven't checked out the Dynasty channel yet, go check it out. Dynasty Endgame.
That's right. We're what are we, like 5 videos deep now, something like that?
Yes.
Okay. This is a big one. He's a contender. You're sending away the Sun God and Rashee Rice in Dynasty, getting Lamb and JT.
I mean, I think you have to take this, right? I think you have to take this. Like,
if you're a contender and look at the running back room, you need an RB1. I mean, yeah, I would do this.
Yeah, it's not like you're going to get, Lamb and I don't know, like Derrick Henry, where it's like, hey, maybe we are seeing the end. I don't know. Like, you know what I mean? You don't have to worry about that with JT. You don't have to worry about that with JT. So yeah, I think you got to do this.
Yeah, this is a good one. This makes you more of a contender. So yeah, look at that. You got Puka. You're gonna have CD. You got Pickens. Yeah, it's a nice team. Yeah. All right, Cali Kid. This is 2-2-1. I think this is a different one. It looks different. So 2 running back, 2 receivers, and a flex.
I'm going to go Judkins, Rachaad White, I believe. Let me verify that. Yes, Judkins, Rachaad White at running back. Assuming Bucky doesn't play, which it's like 99.9% he won't play. London Pickens at wide receiver. Godwin, Jennings, Myers. I don't know if I want to flex any of those wide receivers. I might just go Etienne at the flex. I will say, if Jennings is off the injury report, good to go, I might flex him over Etienne, but he's got to be like fully healthy.
Is he ever fully healthy? I don't
know. No.
But yeah.
No.
Maybe just go Etienne. All right, Pain Bliss does have a question here. Hurting at RB with injuries, wants to know, do we trade? Okay, so obviously got Hampton there, Benson. Mason will at least play this week. Yeah, you're rolling with like Mason and Michael Carter. Doesn't feel great.
No, Mason doesn't play this week.
Oh, it's this week he's on bye. Oh, man.
Yeah. So you're rolling with Michael Carter and Kimani Vidal. Puka, Jinzik, Buga, Worthy, Coleman. I mean,
you're good at receiver.
I mean, you can certainly trade one of these wide receivers. You probably need to trade one of these wide receivers because, I mean, even when Mason plays, you're going to roll with Mason and Michael Carter and hope it's enough. I mean, it could be enough. I don't know your record here. Like, if I'm 5-0, I might gamble that it's enough.
Yeah, I don't know. I think this team needs a running back pretty badly.
Yeah. So, I mean, I guess the one I'd want to trade is Worthy, but Worthy's probably going to get you not what you want. I mean, I don't know. Like, would you trade like Worthy for Pollard?
I feel like we could do a little bit better, but also I want better. I mean, this team doesn't just need like an RB2. This team needs a really good running back. In fact, look, I hate to say it, but I mean, okay, you're not trading Puka. Don't even think about it. If you could trade Puka to get 2 good running backs, it might be worth it. And good meaning like every week I'm going to start them, not DeAndre Swift type players, you know? Could try
like
that.
Etienne and somebody.
Right. That type of player. Not elite.
Like
You're not
Etienne?
getting Jonathan Taylor.
No.
Probably.
The problem for trading
Genty,
for I don't know if
Achan.
I mean you could maybe get one of those guys, but I don't think you can get Genty plus somebody else, could you? Could you get
You
Achan plus somebody else?
might.
Maybe. The other tough thing is you have to find a team who has so many running backs that they're like, yeah, I can trade 2 of these guys.
Right. It has to be the right fit. So, yeah, one of those things. One of those things. All right. Detroit Dobler. Would you move Lamb for Brees and BTJ? Is that enough?
I don't think so. I
Yeah.
haven't seen enough from BTJ here. Like, I mean, the only way I would do this is if I was like 1-4 or 0-5, and it's like I can't wait 2 more weeks for Lamb to come back. You know what I mean? Like I can't lose again this week and potentially lose again next week because then Lamb's not going to help me. It's over. So it's like, okay, at least Brees and BTJ are going to give me points this week and help me win. But that's the only way I would do this.
Yeah, it's risky because you feel like, well, you're sort of buying low on those guys, but what if you aren't? Like, what if this is what we get from BTJ every week, like
Right.
80 yards and once in a while a touchdown? Like, we can't say that's not what it's going to be, right? So that's going to be a drop off. It's not a bad deal, but yeah, I'm not sure if I really want to do this right now. Okay, we got the super chat from Rumsen G. Thank you very much. And he's saying thank you. You're welcome. Thank you for watching, first of all. Okay. Debo or QJ?
I think you got to go Debo here. I mean, I have Debo ahead of QJ right now, so yeah, Debo.
Going Debo. I finally come around. Like, okay, Debo's just good again. He's good. Not just a couple games. It's not just because Terry's gone either, right?
It's part of it. Well, I mean, yes. Okay, look, Debo looks good. I thought Debo would be a bust because he was so bad last year. He looks pretty good, but I think not having Terry there is certainly helping. Like, I mean, he's getting the target share, but I don't think Terry's going to play this week. But I will say this about because he says he's worried about Herbert, the O-line ability to go for the deep ball. Yeah, that's true. It's a worry, but watching that game back, man. I mean, well, QJ had that fumble, but there were also like a lot of big passes that got called back against the Chargers from like holdings and legal from like it was. I mean, it's a problem in the NFL right now, right? The officiating might be at an all-time low right now. The officiating might be at an all-time low. Like it feels like on almost every play that little thing pops up, flag, right? The TV little thing, flag. And you're just like, oh great, like is it coming back? It's actually pretty brutal right now. So I'm not worried about the Chargers too much. But I still have Debo over QJ this week.
Yeah, like Debo, pretty all in on Debo this week. Even if Terry does come back, I'm still going Debo. It is a good spot for QJ because it's the Dolphins, but also no guarantees. So Debo is the number 1 receiver for his team. QJ is 1 of 3. All right, the Gaming Wolf. Welcome back. 3 trade offers. All right, let's see.
All right.
Tet for Henry, Tet for Hampton, or Rice and Kraft for Bowers and Dobbins. So he's looking for an upgraded running back because he's not too happy with Walker, is what I'm gathering.
Well, then that last one. Oh, wait. So if he's looking for an upgraded running back, I assume he's trading Tet for Henry. He's trading Tet for Hampton, or he's trading Rice and Kraft for Bowers and Dobbins. I honestly don't think I want to do any of these.
I don't love the Rice and Kraft one. No. Means Dobbins has been good, right? But is he a big upgrade over Walker? Well, it's not a big upgrade. Ted for Henry, I might think about because look, I'm not giving up on Derrick Henry. I'm not giving up Derrick Henry because Cooper Rush is out there. Lamar Jackson will come back. So I might do Ted for Henry, but of course, this depends how deep you are at receiver. It doesn't make sense to do Ted for Hampton. You're not going to have him for a month. So like that doesn't help you.
Exactly.
The only one I might do is Ted for Henry, but only if Ted is like your third or fourth receiver. Justin O'Grady, good evening. Let's see, 113 PPR, 1. Okay, needs an RB2. Like, where's the question?
Wait.
Shards,
Did he say 13 in a third team? What?
yeah,
What's that mean?
I don't know what that means, so I just skipped over it.
All right.
I don't know. Sharps, RJ Harvey, or Vidal?
I think you got to go Charbonnet here. I mean, he's getting just as many touches as Walker, but he gets the goal line touches. So I think you got to go Charbonnet here.
Yeah, we really could get nothing from Vidal. You can't start Vidal this week. That's beyond desperate. Harvey's a maybe. Just go Sharps. Okay, Zach Mudd in a different league, a work league. Looks like Caleb Williams or Drake May.
I think I got Caleb. Let me make sure. Yeah, I have Caleb ahead of May this week. It's close, but I got Caleb.
It is close. Caleb gets a pretty good matchup. I think he's got a slightly higher ceiling. I think May is safer. Caleb higher ceiling. Stormy and friends. Someone dropped Rashee Rice because they wanted Rico. I mean, I understand getting Rico, but
Jeez, okay.
all right, it's an 8-man league. All right, but still, drop QJ for him or one of those guys.
Not QJ. Come on, it's got to be some. I mean, look, are you starting Rachaad White this week?
No, probably not because Monty's on the bench.
Yeah,
this is his bench. He said stacked bench. Rachaad White's on his bench. Scadaboo's on his bench.
I mean, I would drop Scadaboo for him, Rachaad White for him. Either of those guys. I mean, I probably would prefer Rachaad White because, again, when Bucky comes back, like, that's it. Rachaad White goes to being just basically a handcuff. So if I'd probably drop Rachaad White. Unless you need Rachaad White this week, then I guess you can drop Scadaboo. But not QJ. Not QJ.
Right. You don't need probably Rachaad White. And thanks, Unks. I think that's kind of like the nice way of saying, yeah, we're older than you. But we appreciate it. Justin, by the way, okay, this maybe makes sense. He says there's 2 extra rounds of drafting, so it feels like a 13 and 113. All right. B-dubs. 1 running back, 2 receivers, I think 1 flex. Swift, Warren, Tucker, Ridley, Dowdle.
I think I'm going Swift at running back. Hating it, but I mean, Warren against the Browns. I'll take a chance on Swift against Commanders. Maybe he scores. Oh, wait, Dowdle. I didn't see Dowdle. Okay, no, I'm going. Okay, assuming Chuba's out, I'll go Dowdle at running back. Otherwise, Swift. But we have to. I mean, I only see 2 wide receivers, so I guess you're starting Ridley and Tucker.
Yeah, right. I only see 2 receivers.
I mean, okay, well, okay. So I'll say this. This is actually kind of easy now because you have to start Ridley and Tucker. If Chuba's out, I'll go Dowdle and Swift. But if Chuba plays, I think you got to go Swift and Warren.
All right. Makes sense. Alex Sanchez. Just get right to it. Jamar Chase or CeeDee Lamb rest of season?
No, I still got to go CeeDee Lamb. Let's not forget, CeeDee Lamb was like the number 3 pick this year, and he still is in this Cowboys offense with Dak Prescott. Like maybe Joe Flacco can't be worse than Jake Browning, but you know what? Maybe he can. Maybe he can. Like, for real. Like,
yeah. Wasn't like he was lighting it up with Cleveland before the Browns benched him. Look, this sounds like a tough one, but then ask yourself, Dak Prescott or Joe Flacco?
Right.
Juan Pablo Guerrero, welcome back. Should I drop Mason or keep him and trying to trade him? Why don't just drop him?
Yeah, don't drop Mason. I mean, if you can't trade him, keep him. You can't drop Jordan Mason. No.
You you don't need to drop him. I mean, if you need somebody, I know he's on bye, but still, I don't think you should need somebody. So you can drop Mason. Santiago Murillo needs a flex. Scatterbu, Carter, Haskins.
I think I just go Michael Carter here. I have Carter and Scatterbu very close, but I like Carter's matchup a little better. Plus Tyrone Tracy being back, so I'll go Carter.
Yep, Carter for matchup. DeMarcus Gibson needs one. Ridley, Judy, Wandale, Godwin, or probably Jawan.
Juwan Johnson, I assume. I mean Juwan Jennings. Juwan Jennings because it's wide. Yeah, because it's wide receivers. I'll say if Jennings is fully healthy, good to go, I'll go Jennings. If not, I'll go Ridley.
Yeah, let's keep an eye out to see if Jennings is going to play. It's too soon for Godwin, and you definitely don't have to consider Wandale. Bucky Dent, thank you, Bucky. Appreciate you as always. Not Smitty, but we'll answer anyways. I traded BTJ and Harvey for G Will. My team is
wow.
Your team is good. Well, I hope you love this show. But anyways, go ahead.
Yeah. I mean, come on. Somebody trading Garrett Wilson for BTJ and Harvey? That seems like a huge win. JD5, Gibbs, Judkins, Sun God, London, Kincaid. You got a Mecca, Buka, Pickens. I mean, your team is stacked. You got Rice coming back. You didn't even need Garrett Wilson.
Yeah, I mean, Gibbs Judkins is nice, but man, with all your receivers, you might even want to try and go ahead and turn around and trade one of those for another good running back. But yeah, that's a win. That's a win. You got a good trade. You got a really good team. Wayne, what's up? Question is below. He's first. I'm 12th. We're playing the underdog. Got a trade offer. Kyron Williams. This looks like Platter. Kamara, Carter, and Haskins.
Nah, yeah, this is the poo-poo platter. Just keep Kyron Williams. Come on.
Like, this is my waiver wire pickups. And
Exactly.
Kamara, who is now losing his job for your running back now. Not fair. He has Hollick, Buka, Waddle, JCN, Wilson. I mean, there's something else we could do here. I'd rather have Breece Hall straight up, but that's not necessarily helping you. I don't know. If you could get Bill from him. I don't want to trade for Kamara right now. I know you don't either.
No, definitely not.
Yeah, and it's not helping you anyways. You're trading away running back to get a running back. Like, how is that? That's not helping you. No, just hold. Benjamin Calderon has a Buka, JSN, BTJ, Flowers, Etienne Walker, and Bijan. No good tight end. All right, you see where this is going. Would you trade any of those players, a couple of those players, for a guy like Trey McBride?
I mean, a couple? No. Like, I don't think you should have to trade a couple. Would I trade any of them? I don't know. Like, I mean, how like when you say no good tight end, like what are we talking about here? Because I mean, there's a lot. Like, there's honestly, look, it may change, but I don't ever remember a time in all my years of playing fantasy. Although, to be honest, I haven't paid attention to tight end that closely for the channel. Where I can remember that there's this many tight ends where I'm like, yeah, I'm fine with this guy. Like, I'm fine. Like, usually it's like there's 3 or 4, and then everybody else is like, who knows? Good luck. Put him in your lineup and hope for the best. But I mean, there's a lot of guys we could feel good about right now. So I mean, when you say no good tight end, like, what do you like? Are you talking like, oh, I have Dalton Kincaid, or oh, I have Mason Taylor, or I have Hunter Henry, or or do you mean like, yeah, I have Jonnu Smith, Pat Freiermuth? Like, okay, then yeah, maybe you need to trade for Trey McBride.
Yeah, it's like I lost Brenton Strange. Now I have to pick up Hunter Long. there's no way that your league is so deep and that people have so many tight ends, you can't find a decent tight end to just throw in there. So no, don't trade those guys for a good tight end. Trey McBride is not giving you such a massive advantage that it's worth it. So no, don't do this. Like Theo Johnson has been scoring touchdowns. I swear, just this week alone on the waivers, I talked about like 5 tight ends. Just this week. They don't have to be Trey McBride. Just they're startable.
I mean, I have 11 tight ends ranked as either strong or solid this week, and that doesn't even count the 3 must-start tight ends, assuming Kittle plays. And that doesn't even count the guys that are like, yeah, you can stream them and feel pretty good about it. Like,
you just mentioned Kittle not playing. Jake Tonjes. What if you started Jake Tonjes? I have to start Jake Tonjes last week. You're great. You're
fine.
good.
Yep, fine.
Okay. Enough tight end talk. Vice Key. Would you trade? Wow. Henry. I'm assuming Derrick Henry. I guess I'm assuming it's Javonte Williams and DK to get CMC.
Man. I might do it. I might be too low on Derrick Henry right now. Honestly, I might be too low on Derrick Henry. I don't know. I mean, DK Metcalf. I mean, I'm just gonna be real. DK Metcalf for me, like whatever. Take DK Metcalf. I don't care. Take him. Come on, the guy had like 2 straight games of 30 yards, and then he had that 80-yard touchdown, catch and run touchdown. What did he? You take out that 80-yard. I know it's like, oh, you take that. Okay, I get it. Like, yeah, you can say that about anybody. Okay, I get that. But like, let's be real. He had that 80-yard touchdown in that game against the Vikings. He did nothing the rest of the game. Nothing. He's going to do nothing this week. I got bad news for everybody. He's going to do nothing this week against the Browns.
All right, nothing. We don't do bust videos anymore. We used to do bust. Remember, every week these are busts. That didn't go over so well. So, but sounds like he was going to be your top choice if we did that.
Yeah, probably would be. I'm just going to take CMC here. Give me CMC.
I'm not giving up on Derrick Henry, but I'd prefer CMC. I mean, this is a lot, but you probably aren't going to miss DK Metcalf. No. You'll miss Javonte. Yeah, I mean, if this doesn't hurt your depth at running back, it's doable. This is definitely doable. Cody did a nice thing. He's flipped Rachaad White and Haskins for Bucky.
What? No way. I don't even understand. Like, I don't even understand the thought process if you have Bucky, because it's like, I understand if you have Bucky trading for Rachaad White. I get that. But why trade for Rachaad White if you're going to trade away Bucky? Like, that kind of doesn't make sense. Like, what?
Look, if you saw last week, Rachaad White is getting all the carries for Tampa Bay and Bucky Irving's getting nothing.
I guess.
Those are just the stats. Those are just facts. Chief Perp. Devonta Smith or Keenan Allen?
Keenan Allen.
This week, yeah, Keenan. Flex Sutton or Etienne?
Sutton.
And then 2 receivers and a flex. London, Rome, Debo, Adams, Worthy, Waddle, Judkins. What?
Man, I think I'm going to go Rome. I'm going to go Rome and Worthy. Rome, Worthy, and Judkins. But you could talk me into Rome, Worthy, Adams, Rome, Worthy, Adams, Debo. You could talk me into any of these guys, honestly. Any 3.
Yeah, I started reading it. I was like, this is going to be easy. It's not easy. I'll say London, Rome, Adams. And then we're still a little behind on the super chats because we're getting them coming in. But these are some where people just bumping up the goal. Chief Perp, thank you. Bert for the boys, thank you. And the DraftLane question, no less, of course. Just another excuse for Juice to remind you specifically it's going to be a Taysom Hill week.
Always me. Why always me?
I don't know. You must be the Taysom hater. I think I'm
Yes,
usually slightly more optimistic on Taysom Hill.
maybe.
Rumson, yeah, drop the 20. Thank you. No, you don't have to drop more, although you can if you want. Bryant Reed, AJ Brown, or Sutton.
I've got AJ Brown ahead of Sutton this week. We had this question earlier, right? I've got AJ Brown literally one spot ahead of Sutton. If you want to play it a little safer, you can go Sutton, but I do think it's going to be a good AJ Brown game.
I'm taking the chance. Roll the dice, AJ Brown. Because Sutton has a sort of tough matchup. And we got a new subscriber. Thank you, Misty
Thank
Berryhill.
you.
Appreciate you. Appreciate all the new
Appreciate it.
subscribers. Good time to remind everybody also, our season goal is to finally get to that hump 100K. So we're on the way, but we need more, right? Can't just watch. Don't forget the like too. All right. Let's keep going here to how far are we on the goal, by the way? Because we do have a lot of the regular chats and we want to answer some of those.
Yeah, we're at 14 right now, and we have 20 minutes left. So we are not even halfway. I don't know. It's not looking good unless we get 16 more here. Oh, we just got nope, we're at 14. Yeah.
All right. Let's keep it going. So and we do need to catch up to the ones we already have. So let's do Steven Reyna. Good at running back with Jacobs and JT. Got Diggs and T-Mac. Lamb on the bench. Scatterboo or Godwin?
I think you just got to go Scatterboo. Godwin just not there yet. Not there yet.
Yeah, like he's out there, right? He's on the field and he is getting targeted.
Yeah.
Just not getting receptions with those targets, kind of it takes both. Scatterboo is not going to be a great week necessarily, probably against the Eagles, but yeah, I'll still go Scatterboo over Godwin this week. Sean the Dawn was offered George Pickens for Bo Nix straight up.
I mean, like somebody's like, I'll give you my George Pickens for your Bo Nix. You got to take Pickens.
That is correct.
You got Jaden Daniels as your QB. Like, oh, geez. Yeah, you got to do this.
This is a smash accept. Go.
Yes.
Go to your league. I mean, you can stay on here, open a new tab, go to it, and then when you go to hit accept, smash it like that. Like smash it. Frozen Gaming. All right. Actually I was reading into this a little bit. We were doing some research, right? The Rams offense. I wasn't reading about Kyron specifically, but Stafford and Devontae Adams. And this is true. Part of the reason they lost, Kyron fumbled. He's got a couple fumbles on the season. Do you think it matters?
No.
No. I didn't think so either.
I know.
Okay, so not because of that, but still offered Scatterboo and Kamara for Kyron.
And Kyron and Diggs?
Oh, I didn't even see that. And Diggs. Oh,
I mean, this is.
Well, if you're getting okay, he's got to have Kyron. He's like, I don't know. Kyron's fumbling. Scatterboo and Kamara, you're giving away Kyron and Diggs.
No chance.
No,
I wouldn't even give away Kyron or Diggs for both these guys.
Right.
Let alone both. No way. No chance.
This is a smash reject. So
yes. No, this isn't even a smash reject because this is kind of insulting. This is like I just let it sit in my inbox and don't even do anything. And
True. Either one, you could do that.
Or I counter with something absolutely absurd.
Yeah, we're not doing this for either one. Danny Takuchi. Trade Walker White Adams for AJB and Hampton.
I do like Adams, and I might even prefer Adams to AJB right now. But I mean, Walker and White, again, White is going to lose value in like a week, 2 weeks. He's going to lose a lot of value. Walker is getting crushed by Charbonnet. Just give me AJB and Hampton.
Yeah. Again, you're trading away 2 running backs. You're getting a guy who's not going to play for a month. So as long as you can withstand that, but still, I mean, you weren't starting Rachaad White before last week anyways. So, yeah, I feel this is a good buy low. Richard Anapolsky. HN and Swift for Waddle and Javonte.
I think I'd take if you're getting Waddle and Javonte, I think I'd do it because I don't really feel like there's a huge difference between Achane and Javonte right now, but there's a huge difference between Waddle and Swift. So I want the Waddle Javonte side here.
Yeah, believe it or not, I think Javonte and Achane is pretty comparable, and you definitely have to have Waddle over Swift. Hold on, I gotta put this up. Marshall Palmer, Igbuka, Pickens, or QJ? It says needs to sit one. Might be.
I think it's QJ. I think you got to sit QJ. Yeah. You can't sit Igbuka, and I mean, I wanted to put Pickens on the most starts again, but we've had him on the most starts. It seems like every week on the booms, like every week.
Yeah.
Like how many times can we talk about Pickens?
Yeah, I know, and he's been doing it, but it's funny because this week we have Igbuka as okay, just start him. Right, just don't ask him. Last week we had QJ and not Igbuka. They flip flopped, so we got to stick with it. Igbuka and Pickens, you can sit QJ. This is definitely a first. Angel Chavez, are we AI?
Well, here's the thing: if we say yes, how do you know we're telling the truth? But if we say no, how do you know we're telling the truth?
Exactly.
How can you even tell? How can you even tell these days?
This is a good question. This is why Blade Runner was so ahead of its time. The original Blade Runner. Such
wow.
Classic. Tell me you like Blade Runner. Tell me you're a fan.
You know, I watched it with my dad when I was like, I don't know how old, 10, and it didn't make sense to me, and I haven't watched it since, so I don't know.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, I guarantee you I've rewatched it at least a few times. I mean, you got to. And actually, you know, the new one, not new anymore, but the sequel was 2049 or whatever it is. It was pretty good too. You gotta check it out. They have it remastered, remade in like 4K or whatever. So you got to watch the original. Myresh Deodar needs help in a half PPR league, 2 receiver, 2 running back, tight end, 2 flex, 1 quarterback. And you have 2 good ones, Baker or Daniels.
I still got to go Daniels here. Oh, man. Baker making it tough, though, I'll say. 2 wide receivers, BTJ and Ridley, I guess. That one's 2 running backs, Achane, and then whatever Panthers running back plays. Kincaid, tight end, definitely. 2 flexes? Oh, man. Can you flex Baker? Jeez.
That'd be nice.
I think Walker has to be a flex. I guess Tucker. You can't start Jameson Williams, right? Can't do it.
No, you just can't. And it says, who can I drop?
Well, apparently nobody, because you need all these guys this week, it sounds like. The only one that you could drop that you're not going to start is Jameson, but I don't really want to drop Jameson. And look, I know we say like, oh, you don't need to do QBs, but I don't want to give somebody Baker Mayfield.
No, you can't just drop him. I don't know if you can pull off a trade. Somebody who needs a QB, you can try. This is a funny one. You remember way back? You remember A-Luck?
Yep. No, come on. You see, this is like the AI question. Like, how do we know you're not lying? We'll never know.
Well, no, we don't. We definitely don't. Now I have a question. What if I am an AI and I just don't know it?
Well, that's the question we should have asked is, are you an AI?
Maybe just haven't gotten self-awareness yet.
Exactly.
You gotta watch Blade Runner. It's so good because that's the whole thing. It's like they like know, but they don't really know. They're like they know they're robots, but they don't think of themselves that way. It's like it's so good.
I'll check it out when I have time, which I don't ever have.
Alexis Aguilar. Igbuka for Sungod. That's not crazy.
I don't think it's crazy. I mean, you still got to prefer. I think I still got to prefer Sungod here. And look, somebody might take this. I don't think it's crazy.
Not crazy at all. Alex Sanchez, Chase or McMillan?
All right. So full disclosure here, when we were talking about who we were going to put on the booms, must starts, whatever you want to call it, video, I didn't suggest Chase, but there was a part of me that's like, I wonder if we should put Chase on there. Because Chase does have a really good individual matchup this week. But of course, he also does have Joe Flacco. So
Right.
I'm gonna go T-Mac here, but I do really like Jamar Chase this week, actually.
Yeah, I think it's I mean, we already know the situation with Chase. We're keeping the faith in McMillan. This could be, maybe the week he actually scores. This is a good spot. So let's go upside to T-Mac. Hooks. Got Mayer Mayfield. You gotta go Mayfield. Gibbs, Etienne, Sharps, Rashard Smith, Chuba. Needs 2 of those.
Well, I'll say if Chuba is completely off the injury report, like they're like, yep, he's good to go 100%, I'll go Gibbs and Chuba. But I don't think that's going to be the case, so I'll go Gibbs and Etienne.
Right. And then 2 receivers, McConkey, London, Godwin, Wandale.
It's got to be the first 2.
Yeah, first 2, and then Njoku or Taylor.
I think I go Njoku. As much as I like Taylor, I think I have Njoku. Yeah, I literally have him one spot ahead of Njoku, Taylor, Ingram. Let's go Njoku.
And then, it looks like we also need 2 flexes.
Oh, this is going to be so easy.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I can't flex Rashard Smith. I can flex Charbonnet. I don't know. I'd probably just go Charbonnet and Wandale.
Okay. I mean, hopefully Chuba does play. But
yeah, if Chuba plays, that helps because then you can flex Etienne and like Charbonnet or something.
Woodchuck's fantasy football.
All right.
No PPR. Would you rather have Mark Andrews? That's a tough ask. Okay. We're looking at the schedule. Or TJ Hawkinson. That's probably an even tougher ask.
I mean, so Andrews gets the Bengals in week 15, but then he gets the Patriots and the Packers.
Yeah, no good.
Hawk gets Cowboys, Giants, Detroit. I don't know. I guess Hawk. Is there door number C? Is there another option?
Like Darren Waller. Yeah. All right. I think it's probably too early to answer this question now, though. All right. How we're looking? Still catching up super chats. How much time before the goal hits?
It's got 7 minutes left, but we're pretty far behind. We're only at 16. I don't think we're gonna make it.
All right, let's go for it. Let's try, guys. We're gonna stay on a little bit longer. We're definitely still gonna answer the questions and comments. Definitely the super chats first, though, to make sure we get caught up. Zach Mudd. What? Nobody will get a Buka because I benched him twice. You will not bench him. So, well, I mean, we have him as a must start, so don't bench him this week.
Yeah, definitely don't bench him. So he's saying you'll pry him for my cold dead hands. Is that basically what he's saying?
Basically, it's what it sounds like. Pry him from my bench. Juice wants to know 2 running backs: Genty, Judkins, Dobbins, Carter, Walker.
I think you gotta go Genty and Judkins here. I like Dobbins a lot this week, though. I have Dobbins as a strong start too. I considered him on the booms, but I'm gonna go Genty, Judkins.
Yeah, go with those first 2. Christian Prout. Would you trade James Cook for Kyron and T-Mac?
I think so.
I feel like that's enough.
I don't really want to trade away James Cook, but I mean, I'm getting Kyron, so that's not terrible. And I'm getting Tet. That's also not terrible. I think I might do this.
I think so. There's still, as good as Cook has been, there's still a little gap between James Cook and like JT and Bijan and those guys, So
right.
I think Kyron has been good. I would think you could do this. Manuel Roman. 2, a tight end, and 2 flex. CMC, Swift, Rico, Harvey, QJ, BTJ, Dobbs, Golden, Jennings, McLaurin. And then we got either Taylor or Tonjes, a tight end.
Well, if Kittle's out, I probably will go Tonjes, honestly. Kittle plays, I'll go Taylor. 2 running backs, CMC, and then Rico if Chuba's out. If somehow Chuba plays, CMC, Swift. Wide receivers are going to be QJ. I'll say if somehow Terry plays and he's good to go, I would go Terry. If not, if Jennings somehow plays and he's good to go, like no injury designation, I'll go Jennings. If not, I'll go BTJ, which is probably what it's going to end up being. QJ, BTJ. And then we need 2 flexes again. Why?
2 flex.
You don't have enough healthy guys for 2 flexes. Oh, man. And there's so many what ifs with like injuries. All right, let's say you're starting CMC, Rico, QJ, BTJ, because I'm going to assume Terry's out and Jennings is out. Or at least Jennings is like questionable and like I don't feel good about him. I don't know. I might still flex Jennings even if he plays at all. Otherwise, maybe I might just roll out both Packers wide receivers and hope one of them goes off and the other one is okay against the Bengals.
Yeah, I think Jennings, McLaurin, and if one doesn't play, I'll go Dobbs. They got a great matchup there. Rise, what is up? Traded Scatterboo for Diggs. Nice. I think this got to be a win.
Oh, yeah. Definite win.
Very nice. 14-teamer. Jackal, right? Sorry, Jackal. I don't know why I keep singing Jackie. DK or AJ Brown?
AJ Brown. By a mile.
I already know that one. Easy one. LA. Pick 3, London, Pickens, Ted, Igbuka. Who sits?
Oh. I think London sits for me. It's close between London and Tet, but I think London sits for me.
Yeah, brutal. I don't know. I don't know if I can sit London. I mean, Igbuka, we're like, okay, you have to start. I don't think you can sit Pickens. But how do I sit? Do I have Pickens as a strong start? Maybe I would. I think I have them all as strong starts. All right, fine. Sit London, I guess. Bryant Reed. Bill or Hall?
Bill.
Going Bill. Bill this week. All right. I got some spamming going on. Sorry, it's been a while. I hate to put people on timeout, but sometimes it has to be done.
Yep.
All right. Let's see who's next. It's Pain Bliss is back. Start 4 running backs. 4 running backs?
Wow.
Gibbs, Al, Bill, Kyron, Judkins, Pollard.
Gibbs number 1, Judkins number 2, Bill number 3, Kyron number 4. Kyron might even be number 2, honestly. Gibbs, Kyron, Judkins, Bill.
You are loaded with running backs. That is a good thing. All right. Don't know if this is just a straight up one. Elijah Ledesma, Walker for Chase. Hopefully you're talking about Jamar Chase.
Yeah, if it's Jamar Chase, give me Chase. If it's Chase Brown, give me Walker.
Right. Okay. Juice has another lineup question here. It's a 10-teamer. Allen, CMC, Rashad White, Igbuka, QJ Waller, and Odunze. London on the bench. I hate to see it, but
I can put London in over QJ.
Yeah.
I think everything else looks good. London over QJ.
Yeah, wouldn't start anybody else on the bench. Yeah. London is still a stud. All right. Now we got Jen Rail. Out of curiosity, did you hate DK in Seattle? No.
DK has been an interesting journey for me. I know you loved DK as a prospect even more than I did. Was very high on DK in year 2, and he was great. Was very high on DK in year 3. He wasn't that great. And then was kind of just like meh about DK his last year or 2 in Seattle. But, man, going to the Steelers, I mean, yeah, this is a terrible situation. But I actually don't hate – I actually really like DK. I wish DK was somewhere else. I wish he was somewhere not in a terrible situation.
Right. And I feel like in all the videos, which there's, a couple where we kind of said we didn't want DK a lot in drafts this season, said it's not the player. Don't hate the player. Hate the situation, right? The same reason why George Pickens was a bust last year in Pittsburgh. What has changed? DK Metcalf is this year's George Pickens. So, I mean, we'll see. He hasn't been as bad as Pickens statistically quite, but yeah, I mean, yeah. So no, I probably liked DK too much in Seattle. And then I was like, all right, he's not necessarily the next Calvin Johnson. Who is? John Wickering.
Puka Nacua? Justin Jefferson?
Puka, yeah, it's looking like it. Starting the first 2, yes. JT, Genty, Puka. Okay, so he says he needs 2, 1, and a flex.
Yeah, definitely JT, Genty, Igbuka. Oh my gosh, this is our bench. Let's really hope Ricky Pearsall plays. My goodness. Yeah, I'm not starting anybody on your bench over what you have, but I mean, if Pearsall's out, I mean, we're going Wandale, I guess.
Well, here's the problem: is Wandale plays on Thursday, and we probably won't know about Pearsall. So,
I mean, but you can't put Malik Washington in. You just
maybe,
start Wandale tomorrow and not risk it.
No. Maybe Io Manor. I don't know.
I mean, they do get the Raiders, so maybe.
Well, John, you got guys like Malik Washington. Maybe Kendrick Bourne is still on the waiver wire. Maybe you can drop Washington and try to get Bourne. Hedge your bet. Okay. Next up, it's Cody, Haskins, or Tracy.
I think I might just go Haskins against the Dolphins and take a chance. Like, what are we really expecting from Tracy tomorrow?
Nothing. Really nothing. Got to go Haskins here. And then Juwan or Mason Taylor.
Mason Taylor.
Targets, guys, they're going opposite direction, right? Juwan Johnson started out hot and he's going down, and Mason Taylor's shooting up. And that answers this question from JMMTZ. It's Mason Taylor.
Yes.
We got Neftali Diaz. Is this trade fair? This is like a 5 for 5. May. No, 4 for 4. Sorry. Mason Taylor, JSN, and Waddle for Mahomes, BTJ, Woody Marks, Darren Waller.
Nah, give me the JSN Waddle side easily here. I mean, Mahomes, May, whatever. Strongly prefer JSN to BTJ. Strongly prefer Waddle to Marks. Okay, maybe you could talk me into Waller over Mason Taylor, but it's not me. No, give me the JSN Waddle side.
Yeah. Yeah, the tight ends are both waiver wire pickups. I mean, good, whatever. Yeah. Whichever side you're getting, don't know. But if you've got the first side, keep the first side. No, I don't know about that. Chico wants to know if both Pearsall Jennings are out again after last week. Is Bourne a smash start?
I don't know about smash, but I mean, look, he looks startable at least.
Startable. Yeah, there's no guarantee he's getting 100 yards again, but definitely startable. I think I skipped this one. Whose house? Did I do this one? No. Flex. Scadaboo, Shakir, Dobbs, Chase Brown, Henderson.
I'm going to go Khalil Shakir and PPR. I like Shakir's matchup this week.
Shakir sounds good. I could go Dobbs too because Dobbs has a smash spot, but Shakir's got a higher floor. In PPR, Mark Evans with another super chat. Let's wait and see what the question is. Eagerly anticipating that one. Dami, 2 receivers in the flex. Jason, McConkey, Devonta Smith, and Diggs. Who sits?
I think Devonta Smith sits here.
Yeah. Smith had a nice game last week. Feel like it's going to be AJB. Feel like Saquon. Just makes sense. Basic money needs help with 2 receivers. Myers, Harrison, Sutton, Ladd, Pittman. Got Swift at the flex. I don't think so.
Yeah. You need 2 wide receivers this week. I'm going to go Sutton, Pittman, I believe. Let me make sure. I mean, Ladd and Pittman are close, but I think I probably need to switch that. I know I said I'm going to stick to my guns, but they're like back to back. I'm going to go Sutton, Pittman.
Sutton, Pittman, and then instead of flexing Swift,
then in that case, flex Ladd.
Yeah, easy. So it's the last 3. Just go last 3. I don't need to flex Swift. Whose house is back? Superflex. Here we go. DK Metcalf, Michael Penix Jr., Devonta Smith, and Henderson.
Yeah, I feel good enough about Penix in a Superflex. I'm just going to start him.
Most leagues, even if you only get like 3 points per touchdown passing, you're still going to roll with a quarterback unless you have a stud receiver. Clearly not feeling it for DK this week, and Devonta Smith, who knows? It's a go Penix. Abel, it's a 10-man league. 2 receivers, a running back, and a flex. Chase Pickens, T-Mac, Myers, Ridley, and then got Monty Walker, Bill.
All right, I'm going to go Pickens and T-Mac at wide receiver. Bill at running back, Jamar Chase flex.
All right, no arguments there. Beast, Raichu. Trading QJ, Io Manor, and Rico for Jacobs and Flowers.
Well, if you're getting Jacobs and Flowers, that's a big win. Big win.
Gotta love the trades where it's guys you just plucked off the waiver wire randomly in the last 2 weeks that have had one good game. And you're like, I'll take your RB1. And they're like, yes. Yeah. If you're getting Jacobs, then do this. Alex B. Needs a flex. Picking Sutton, Pittman.
He's got to be Pickens. Got to be Pickens here.
Yeah, I'll go Pickens here. Pittman is solid. Sutton's been solid, but Pickens just showing that massive ceiling. John Wickering. Available on the wire. Tucker, Shaheed, Franklin Mooney, Marvin Mims, or the Bourne Supremacy.
I think I'm picking up Shaheed unless like Jennings and Pearsall are out and you need to start Bourne this week, then I could go Bourne. But I think if it's like a long-term pickup, I'm going Shaheed.
Yeah, and that's the thing with Bourne. It really does have to depend. So you're not going to know quite yet. Shaheed looking like a solid matchup again this week. And it says who you're dropping. So here was his bench. You can definitely drop Malik Washington. Wandale. You probably don't need Wandale.
Yeah, either of those guys.
All right. And then we have a couple from Talit 33. Good on receiver. Got Jason, Igbuka, Waddle, and Diggs. Okay. Needs help at RB2. Might have to roll with the King or K9 or Warren.
I think I still have Henry ahead of these guys.
Who would have thought? Here we are. We're like Jamar Chase, Derrick Henry. Like, this is fantasy football for you. It's every year.
Yep.
It happens.
Yep.
And then, yeah, I'm going Henry too. For the 2 extra flex spots, you got Waddle and Diggs. Yeah, I think that's good. I'm not going to put Kanine or Warren over, I don't think, over Waddle, right? Keep Waddle in there.
Yes.
Okay, then we have Nadeezy with a super chat. Thank you. See if I do find a question to go with it, we'll put it up. If you haven't, then you can put your question now. Let's go back to Dami. Gibbs is definitely one. Chase Brown, Harvey, Kendre Miller. Who's number 2?
I think it doesn't sound like Kamara's going to miss. So I think I still go Chase Brown here. If for some reason Kamara does miss, then I would definitely go Kendre.
Right. At least you get sort of a floor. All right. Here's Nadeezy. I found it was back there. Better trade target: Jalen Warren and Zay for Drake London or Kyron. Top tier players are Henry, Jettison, and Mecca Buka. Also requested Javante and Olave. So it looks like we're trying to trade away the Warren and Zay Flowers package to get one of those players.
I mean, if you could trade Jalen Warren and Zay Flowers for either one of those players, do it. I'm not so sure you can, but if you can, do it.
Yeah, and then as far as the Javante Olave, are you offering that same package? I don't know. That's what I'm wondering. Like,
I mean, you might be able to get Jalen Warren and Zay Flowers for Olave. Not maybe Javante, but I don't know. Javante's been so good.
I wouldn't. Yeah, but I wouldn't do it for just Olave. I mean, I think I'd still rather have Zay Flowers than Olave. If you can get London, get London. I think you can get Javante. Get Javante. Chris Pearson. Who sits? Travion Henderson, BTJ, or assuming he plays, Terry McLaurin?
Well, I think if Terry McLaurin plays, Henderson sits for me, but I don't think Terry's going to play, so it'll probably be Terry that sits.
Yeah, not feeling great about Terry, so I would just keep him on your bench for now. Basic money is debating between Rico and Etienne, assuming Chuba's out.
If Chuba's out, I'm going Rico.
Yeah. You go Rico against the Cowboys. If Chuba plays, then it's just easily Etienne.
Yeah.
Cannot end on this. We're caught up to the questions. Got the membership. We'll put it up, even though it's a defense question, and it's for you. Packers or Colts?
It's got to be the Packers against. Yeah, I don't care. It's like, is Joe Flacco going to scare me off the Packers? No. Give me the Packers.
Quite the opposite. Joe Flacco, like, fire up that defense.
Yes.
Wasn't he leading the league in interceptions thrown before he got benched? I'm pretty
sure. Probably. Him or Gino. I don't know. Him or Gino.
Well, Gino's pulled away ever since Flacco stopped starting, but I think they were tied or something. Yeah. Another one from Talit. Don't see another question though. We'll see. And I still don't see Mark Evans's, so hang on for that. You know what? This is actually true. Actually, now I think about this, I didn't realize this. Mr. TD, Flacco has beaten the Packers this year. Somehow.
Right, exactly. I think he beat him in week 3, and now he's going to play him again. So it's kind of crazy. Maybe he'll beat him again.
That would probably be some sort of new record of beating the same team twice with 2 different teams.
Flacco's going to win 2 games this year, and they're both going to be against the Packers. With two different teams.
The Packers only lose like 3 games, 2 of them to Joe Flacco.
Yes.
All right, Talit. Keep Diggs at the flex. Yes. Love Diggs this week. Definitely want to start Diggs. The one that we were debating about was Waddle, but yeah. You definitely want to start Diggs. Yeah, exactly. That's a great point by Alex. It wasn't. I don't know if it's fair to say Flacco beat the Packers. I think the defense beat the Packers.
True. I don't know if the Bengals defense can beat the Packers. We'll see.
No, they can beat themselves.
That's true.
All right, let's do. We're definitely caught up in the super chats, and I thank all the members. So let's do. We didn't quite hit the second goal. Thank you for helping us hit the first goal. We did it. So let's do a couple of regular comments here before we get out of here. Bob Ruhlman has been on, I think, like this entire 2.5 hours. Always appreciate you, Bob. What do you think of this trade? Me giving up Pickens and K9 for Ladd and Judkins.
I think it's okay. Feels pretty fair. Like Pickens, Judkins feels pretty fair. Then it comes down to like, do I want to gamble on Ladd or K9? I think I'd rather gamble on Ladd right now.
Yeah, I think this is fair because we're starting to see a little better some results from Ladd, but also you got to realize Lamb is coming back, right? Pickens isn't going to get all the targets like he is now, so it's fair. Feels fair. I think it's fine to get Ladd and Judkins. Right, we do have one from NC. Hunter Henry or David Njoku?
Njoku.
Like Njoku. We have, by the way, also before we get out of here, Jin Rail got membership again. Thank you, Jin. And we also have a new subscriber, Cedar Creek Freak, but that's a dog.
Thank you.
So that's the best kind of sub. So also good time to remind everyone, you haven't subscribed yet, just go ahead, click that subscribe button. On the way to 100K, help us out. If you've been watching it all, we're trying to help as many people as possible. So hit subscribe. And let's see. This is it's a fair question, I guess. Okay, so again, it's only Wednesday. I'm on Raw, mispracticed. What if I'm on Raw doesn't play? Would that make you want to start JMO?
I guess. I mean, if Amon Ra is completely out, we got to take a chance on Jameson, right? But I don't think it's going to happen.
Yeah, I'm not putting him in my lineups just yet. You'd think they would have to throw it to him then, wouldn't they? They would have to.
You would hope.
Or maybe just 10 targets to Laporta. And we have Piero R. Debo for Kittle.
I think I just want Debo here.
I think so. Again, Kittle not going to play this week, and now they're like, maybe he'll play week 7. All right, that worries me that they're not feeling optimistic. You just don't need to trade for Kittle just yet, And Debo's been great. I finally came around on Debo. Finally. Oh, there you go. I forget. It's not going to be JMO. It's Isaac Tesla breakout week.
It wouldn't surprise me.
It
wouldn't surprise me.
If Isaac Tesla goes off before JMO, okay, you just drop him at that point. Something's going on. I don't know what's going on anyways. All right, a couple more here. Of course, we got to do Bands Dog. Always on here. 2 receivers and 2 flex and half. Waddle, Diggs, Shakir, Pollard, Dowdle.
I think the Diggs has to be 1. I have Waddle. I do like Shakir, but I have Waddle ahead of him, so I guess I'm going Waddle. Although I will say if Chuba's out, I'll go Diggs, Rico.
Let's see. 2 receivers, 2 flex. I think Diggs has to be 1. So we're only sitting 1. I think it just makes it look if Chuba doesn't play, Rico's in, and if
I thought it was 2 wide receiver or two players.
Yeah, we need 2 and 2 flex. So
all right, then for me it's between Dowdle or Pollard. If Chuba doesn't play, it's Dowdle. If Chuba plays, it's Pollard.
Yeah, that actually makes it pretty simple. Ooh, how about this? Emiliano. QJ and AJB for London and Woody.
I think I want QJ and AJB, honestly. Even though I like London, it's like Woody Marks. I think I want QJ and AJB.
Yeah, if that was a better running back, yeah, maybe you could do it. I would love to have London out of all those players, but yeah, Woody Marks now is looking like, I hate to say it, kind of a 1 week wonder. All
Sad
right,
but true.
one more, let's end on a good one. Let's see what that qualifies as. How about this? Allen again, though. Traded Rico and Kyler for Dak. What do you think about that?
I think it's okay. I mean, again, Rico, it's not like Rico has rest of season value necessarily. So definitely prefer Dak to Kyler. I think it's fine.
I think it's fine. I do this just to get Kyler off my team. I say that, and I don't have Kyler. I drafted Kyler in one league, and no more. I just dropped him. Get out. RJ wants to know, should I trade Kyron for Garrett Wilson and Zay Flowers?
Yeah, I think so. Kyron Garrett Wilson. I mean, probably prefer Garrett Wilson. And you're getting Zay Flowers just thrown in. Yeah, do it.
Yeah, I would do this just for Garrett Wilson. Absolutely do this. All right. And let's call it. We're about 2.5 hours in. Thank you, everyone, for being on here. Busy, a lot of questions. Don't forget, you still probably will have questions as the week goes on, especially the injury news comes out and things change all the time. So you can always ask your questions on the app. Of course, I mean, the DraftLane app. And you can, for now still, use code ENDGAME in the promo code section. If you do that, get you 10 free credits. You ask your questions there. Start, sit, waiver wire trade, anything. You can just use ask a question feature and type whatever you want. So use that 24/7, and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. So thank you, everybody. And one more time, you've been watching, or you on, no matter how long you've been watching, every time, give us a like. Definitely helps us out. And if you haven't subscribed yet, be part of the community. Help us get to 100K. We appreciate you all. And we will see you tomorrow about 2 hours before kickoff. So we'll help you finally set those lineups before week 6 officially kicks off. All right, we'll see you there.